All good to go, Chris. Welcome to Blundstone Arena here in Hobart. It's TSL Elimination Final day. The semi-final between Clarence, the home team, who finished third on the ladder, and Launceston, who finished fourth. Should be a great game. These two teams have had varied fortunes through the year against each other, with Launceston winning the 2 games at Windsor Park and Clarence taking out the game they played here in round 3 at Blundstone Arena. In commentary this afternoon, my name is Dave Moore, and it's a big welcome to Michael Maxie Walker. G'day, Max.
Good afternoon, Dave. Good afternoon, listeners and viewers on the stream. Great to be here. A little bit cool where we are, Dave, but really looking forward to what's going to be a very interesting game of football today. Looking forward to it. Clarence had a huge win last week against the Tigers, and Launceston had a very, I won't say easy, but it was a comprehensive win over Glenorchy to finish their home and away series off. So both teams will be full of confidence, and both teams got a good spread of quality players. So really looking forward to it, guys.
Fantastic. On stats this afternoon, to my right, to give us the team stats throughout the day, it's Mr. David Gruber. G'day, Grubes.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dave.
Good to have you back on the mic, and you'll be giving us all the stats during the day. And a voice that you'll be very familiar with on the TSL streams through the year, young Bo Downham, who's gone away from the central commentary position. It's our boundary rider for the day on City Park Radio and the TSL live stream. G'day, Bo, down at ground level.
Good afternoon, guys. How's it going? It's beautiful conditions out here. It's a little bit cold, about a 37-kilometre wind down here with a 52-kilometre gust, so it's going to be a big day for footy. I just noticed the Launceston boys actually ran through Clarence when they were running out, so a lot of heart in this game.
And ground conditions, it look pretty firm down there?
Yeah, very firm. In the middle, a lot of dried mud, as you would expect. We're getting into the warm months of the year, so at the minute it's really dry, and of course some showers are expected, so we'll see how that plays out during the day.
Let's see if that's okay as the day progresses. Thanks, Bo. We'll hear from you during the day.
Thanks, Dave.
No worries. Yeah, those showers, we can see them sometimes spilling over the mountain, but they're not reaching the eastern shore as yet. And we hope we have a dry game, Max, because it's going to be a ripping game of footy.
It is going to be a really good game of footy, Dave. Like Bo said, ground's in good condition. Rain's not going to affect the condition of the ground. Make the ball a little bit slippery, but the players should be used to that. We've come through the winter part of the months. We've all had a bit of mud on the knees, and ball's been a bit slippery. So today's the day. The business end of the season starts, doesn't it? We've got the big game here, another one down the other side of the river, down Kingston way, and
Absolutely.
A lot of local footy too, which we'll try and keep the scores up to date throughout the course of the day, Dave.
We'll weave some scores in from here at Blundstone Arena from time to time, as that siren's quite loud here in our commentary position. Just on one of those scores, though, earlier game here today, it was Lauderdale 12-8-80 defeated Clarence 6-8-44. So Clarence are now out of the competition for 2023. And down at Kingston, over the river, as Max said, it was a thriller in the D-League there. North Hobart 6-8-44 defeated North Launceston 6-6-42. So both teams are breaking up. And look, it's going to be really interesting, the two forward lines today. We've got it laid out. Karen Howlett, who moved back over to Clarence from Claremont during the season, replaces Colin Garland. And I'll miss Colin Garland, his experience and his strength up forward, Max.
Yeah, they certainly will. He's a goal kicker for him. He's slowed down a little bit, but he's still got all the footy nous and been a good contributor for Clarence. Noticed that he clocked over 50 Clarence games a couple of weeks ago, so he's become a formidable part of their club. Not quite sure how much longer he'll go for, but hope he recovers quickly, whatever may be the reason.
Now, Dylan Riley is lined up at halfback, Max, so we know that he can play either end of the ground, but last few weeks he's been really good giving them drive off that halfback line.
Yeah, he certainly has, and new position for him. Played probably nearly every position but the ruck this year, I reckon, for Launceston, after being a very dominant goal kicker in the league over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So, yeah, it will be a good contest, some really good matchups. We'll look at those throughout the course of the day, and let's go. Bring on finals footy, guys.
Here it comes. Umpire raises the ball. We're about to get underway in the TSL Final Series Elimination Final here at Blundstone Arena. Perfect bounce by the umpire. Taken out of the ruck by Madden. He's tackled by his fellow ruckman in green, but he got him high. So first possession going to Launceston. A kicking to our left in the first quarter. So Deegan Madden takes his time. Launches to the attacking 50. Good mark almost there to Preshaw. That's Ollie Preshaw. Got the chopping in the arms. And he'll take the free kick. He's been pretty valuable back there this year. He can play both ends of the ground too. A bit like Dylan Riley, as we mentioned. Sweeping kicks are beauty. He finds Keegan Wiley, who's one of that strong back line that the Clarence have formed throughout the season. Out it goes to Holmes now in the orange boots. Just chipping it around inside defensive 50 at the moment. LaRue's. It's Baker Smith. He goes sideways. Back to Ollie Preshaw. Ollie Preshaw now goes long out of defence. Good kick, almost finds a target there on the wing. It spills off the chest and out of bounds.
Interesting inclusion, like for Clarence, as we were speaking in the car coming down, Dave. Baker Smith, great young player, great kid, but it's his third club for the year.
That's right. Bullants, New Norfolk Eagles, and now Clarence Roots.
Yep.
We saw him play against Launceston at Windsor Park a few weeks ago. Out of the ruck contest, kick forward quickly. Here looking for Al Holmes. Getting the ball first was Pfeiffer against Al Holmes. That's a match-up. And Pfeiffer knocks the ball out of bounds, and that's a tough task there for young Pfeiffer. Al Holmes has been really good form.
Yeah, and Pfeiffer's certainly improved this year out of sight, but Holmes is, Al Holmes, sorry, is just a machine, isn't he, for Clarence? We
saw him tear a Devon League Grand Final apart a few years ago, didn't we?
Years ago, yeah. Yep.
Green takes it out of the ruck. His tackle releases, not penalised. Kick off the ground to attacking 50. Whitelaw meets it. Might have been tackled high by House. Back now to Borsboom, who kicks straight away, but it's going to come back. Incorrect disposal. And Liam Jones will take it. 7 goals last week. We see him down back at the moment. He might have an on-ball roll today.
He might well do, and plenty of little blokes to support him as well, as we see him just panning out to the side there to find his teammate. But he had a good game last week, Liam Jones.
Tyrrell spots up teammate there in Wheeler, but it's sport once again by Ollie Preshaw, who's having a good first quarter so far. Taken now by big Noah Holmes, throws on the boot, chaos ball, falls nicely for Al Holmes. He can't get into the boot, or can he?
Oh,
the umpire falls over. Now, did he get a little touch on it? There's discussions going on left, right and centre.
I reckon he did.
Max has called it, and it is a goal. First goal of the game. The Roos are on the board, 1 goal straight, 6. Launceston yet to score. And we talked about the danger man there, Bryce Alholmes. Number 26, he gets that first goal under a lot of pressure.
Under a lot of pressure. More so the pressure of the goal umpire then.
Yep.
He was, nearly ended up in the dirt. But tried his hardest to muck that one up. A bit like that Carlton play last night, David, on the footy. But got a little bit of leather to it, and the score counts.
Smart play by Noah Holmes, just getting that ball forward to the 1-on-1.
And I thought it actually had the carry to start with, but just sat up a little bit at the last minute.
Here's Jack Preshaw. Funny old handball sideways to Paprotny. He can't pick it up either. Now chance for House. Shovels it out to Jaden Hines, but it's Jack Preshaw again. Green, terrible kick inside 50. Might be okay. Foley meets it off his knees. Comes out now to Madden. Nice little shimmy and dummy there. Funny old little torp towards the centre of the ground. Got a feeling the breeze is going or favouring the right of the those watching the stream at the moment, the river end. We saw that Noah Holmes kick carry a fair way. Umpires today, Ben Bannister, Riley Stevenson and Brad Percy. Green wins the tap to Jack Preshaw, now to Baxter Norton, who missed the last time they met at Windsor Park. Kicks inside 50, Riley gets a hand in. Shovels it backwards to Pfeiffer. Legal, says the umpire. Pfeiffer's handball smothered. He's now under pressure. Here's Al Holmes again. Back to Harper. Shares it with Norton. Gets out of a tackle. In the full line here to Max Gapin. Feeds it back to Harper. High kick. It will bring rain if there's not any already. Oh, gee, that's a good spoil, an offensive spoil there by the number 39 in Tom Murrell. He kept the ball in attacking 50. Harper spins out. His kick smothered. Still an opportunity for Clarence. Riley's worried out of it, and it's out of bounds. Tough stuff inside attacking 50 for Clarence.
It is, and Dylan Riley's been in the middle of most of all that play down there for the last 3 or 4 minutes, and notice he's lining up on Ryan Borsboom, so probably just wanting to stop a bit of that run and carry that Borsboom can do on that raking left foot of his.
Front position, Holmes wins a tap down to Jack Preshaw. He's tackled from behind by Jake Hines. Held on to it a fair while, but it's going to be a ball up. We're about 35 out from Clarence's goal. They lead 1 goal straight, 6 to Launceston yet to score. Up it goes. Close to the boundary line.
I reckon a lot of the ball will stay over there today, like you said, with the wind blowing down into that corner. Hard to tell from up here. We just got the wind blowing up our shirts behind us here, but I dare say that there'll be a fair bit of play in that bottom corner.
I'm glad I brought the binoculars, because it's going to be over that far side a fair bit today. Here's Deegan Madden. Handballs in hope more than anything. Finds Ollie Preshaw. He gets through traffic, releases it backwards. Scrappy game at the moment. Jaden Hines kick smothered. Gets it up towards the wing. Back to Paprotny. Just pinballing around everywhere. Eventually comes back to Madden. Not 15. So he throws on the boot towards Avery Thomas. Youngster can't pick it up. Here you go, Clarence again inside attacking 50 through Holmes. But sitting back there in defence, intercept mark, Ryan Tyrrell. 45 kicks a good one to Foley. Foley sideways left foot, finds Lockie Presnell. Debuted this year in the seniors. Measures the kick to Hines, who drops a sitter off hands. Taken there by Howlett. Looking up here for Alholmes. Getting there first, though, is Murrell, who snaps on goal, but getting back there is Dylan Riley, who just thumps it through for a behind. Early inside 50s, Dave Gruber.
6 to Clarence, just the one at Launceston. Clarence on top, and then the clearances as well, 4-1.
Okay, so they've had all the play pretty much so far. Riley gets some distance out of the defensive goal square. Goes long here. Bailey Gillow front position. It's off hands. The ball up. So just finding it difficult, Max, to get it out, or get any flow at the moment, Launceston, string the possessions together.
Yeah, well, apart from that one inside 50, I don't think they've got it past halfway at the moment, the Blues. So in saying that, they're restricting Clarence from scoring as well, only like 1-1 in 7.5 minutes. So that'd be reasonably They'd take that, I reckon.
Ball is right in front of the Blundstone Arena scoreboard. You're listening to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5 and via the TSL live stream. As Max is shaking his hand warmers a bit there to get a bit of blood flowing through the hands. Glad you bought him, Max.
I'm not going to share them either, Dave.
No, I'm sure you're not. Boundary throwing. Green with the tap. Hits it towards the boundary line. Jamison House in a battle there with Jack Preshaw. That's a good tackle late on Jack Preshaw. He will be penalised. Strong work by Jamison House. Started the Wynyard Footy Club. Transferred back to the Blues. All the kicks to Colin McCormack. He got the arms chopped. Lucky because Ollie Preshaw was away. So free kick to the youngster. Brother of Tiernan. He's in the Devil squad. We'll get to that in a moment because the boys had a pretty good win today. Came from behind. Colin McCormack kicks to half forward. Gee, that's a good flying mark. That would be Isaac Hyde over there.
Yep.
He kicks backwards looking for Tyrrell. Chance to build something. They've got Jaden Hines here. He's miles clear, but he just can't see him.
He just hasn't raised his eyes to it. Did not see him at all. Just kept looking towards goal.
Goes a longer option. Off hands. Josh Gillow playing forward. That's an interesting one. We saw that last week. He's one of the best spoilers in the league, but he's been shifted forward. Almost in a swap there for Riley.
Seems to be, yeah. And not a bad move. He's versatile and, like I say, got good hands.
From the ruck contest, it's worked out through Holmes. Quick kick out by Norton, only as far as Jamison House. So Jamison House. Man on the mark, Holmes is 55 out. Now he goes. Penetrating kick to the goal square. Lots of roos back there. One of those is Baker Smith in the long sleeves who takes an easy mark. Takes his time. You can probably hear the wind in our effects mic here. Blustering from time to time. Baker Smith looking here for the big fella Noah Holmes. Good swirl ball from behind by House. Spills to Jaden Hines. Centering kick. He's got Jones there. He can't take the mark. Out comes Baker Smith. Sweeping handballs a beauty to Ollie Preshaw. They're away the roos. Kick to the centre of the ground to Borsboom. He has room. Goes through the centre circles. Left foot to half forward. Spots up a target. And that's Al Holmes who kicked the first goal of the game.
Good movement, good ball movement there by the, I was going to say the Redlegs, but they're not, are they?
Into Harper. Now Harper plays on and kicks it out of bounds on the full. I was going to say that Baker Smith handball that found Preshaw there was just elite.
Just drew the player.
Heard the voice?
Read it off the pack and didn't have to run far. Just a bit of run and carry for his 6 or 7 metres to flick it over the top there to Preshaw. It was really, really strong ball movement there by Clarence and positive stuff too. There was no what if we do this, it was just go.
Long kick out of defence. That got a bit of coverage off the ground, that kick. Breeze is a bit fluky at the moment. Baker Smith takes it, tackled by Hyatt. Got a quarter time score in the seniors and the old scholars. St Virgil's 5-4-34. Uni yet to score. So the previous game between the two was a bit of a blowout. So looks like St Virgil's going to take out that old scholars grand final even this early.
I'll give you a score in the SFL as well, Dave.
Oh, yes.
Quarter time, thanks to David O'Byrne, who's the president of the league, I believe.
Good on you, Aby.
Yep, Aby, good man, good Launceston and South Launceston, or good Launceston person and great South Launceston person as well. Signet 5-3-33, Dodgers Ferry 2 points. No wind, just a bit blustery and bright sunshine down there.
Jake Hines takes it, but he gives it straight to Baxter Norton, who can't quite pick it up. Shoveled out the back. Chance here for Keegan Ryan. Now Paprotny puts it inside 50. Great roving by Whitelaw. He kicks to the goal square. Hang over the back as Al Holmes will kick his second. 2 goals to Al Holmes. And they're away now, Clarence, to 2 goals straight. 2-1-13. And Launceston yet to score. So smart play by Al Holmes. There's a plan there just to get it forward to him one-on-one. He's going to do the job.
Yeah, well, so far he's doing the job, Dave, isn't it? And that's the key for him at the moment, just the quick ball movement. Not once have they tried to slow the play down. Every opportunity they've had, even when we come back to Baker Smith out here, was just attack, and they're not afraid to put it into the corridor straight down the middle either. And their ball movement is a bit of a concern for the Blues at the moment.
Dave Gruber, some stats for us.
Clarence well on top of the hit-outs, 9-3, and that getting the first shot of the ball clearance is 6-1.
6-1, okay, so big disparity there. And
bit of a worry for Launceston as well. In the ruck, you've got young Deegan Madden. Not quite sure. We've seen Fife for ruck before, but you take those two out. Jamison House, who they're trying to use on ball,
and they're up against Green and Holmes, who are pretty much 50-50 at the moment. Here's Jack Preshaw. Handball's back to Norton. Look away handball further back to Keegan Wiley. Looks for an option. Goes exploring and kicks towards half forward. Falls there towards Jack Preshaw. He can't pick it up. Goes in a second time. Desperate stuff. Right on the attacking 50 for Clarence. Another score. The Devils today 9-8-62 defeated Gippsland. Power 5-15-45. They're into the semi-finals. Well done, boys. They were trying for a lot of the day.
So they get a week off, Dave? Or?
No, I think they're straight into it next week. It's taken now by Holmes. Launches the kick. Here's Al Holmes once again. One hand. Can't get the mark. Falls down towards the defender there in O'Neill. Jack O'Neill kicks it outside defensive 50. Taken there by William Bush. Some injury concerns earlier in the year. He's tackled without it and he'll get a free kick. William Bush, and a chance to put them back into attack. Here he goes. Takes advantage of the stand rule. To the hot spot. A few Blues defenders back there. Tackle laid by Whitelaw. Now Jake Hines, little release to his brother in Jaden Hines. He's kicked in a carry too far though. Marked by James Holmes. So every time they try and get it out inside defensive 50, the Roos have built that wall and then it's pumping it back in time after time.
Yep, they're certainly smothering it well. Just all floating back from the back line and just not allowing it to come out at all.
James Holmes kicks it inside 50. Roved off the contest there by O'Neill. Gives it to Jake Hines, who's getting a bit of it. But there's just a nest of Roos there, if you call that a nest of Roos. Comes in out towards Paprotny. He's tackled front on. Can't escape.
The Launceston players are getting sucked in. Like, we've got a really good viewing point from here. There are 17 Launceston players inside their forward 50 arc, or 16 now, because another one's just come out. So it's crowded. It's pretty hard to score goals when you've got 17 defenders back there. Yeah,
we've got a free kick at Oscar Paprotny that I missed in that last passage of play. So Oscar Paprotny fancies himself. Man of the mark right on 50. He gets to the paint. Kicks to goal. Paprotny always near side. And it misses everything out of bounds on the full. Some other scores quickly today in TFA Div 1 seconds. It was Scotch 10-4-64 defeated St Pat's 7-9-51. They win the flag in that competition. As Dylan Riley kicks outside defensive 50. Can they get it into their attack? No, they can't. Chance there for Murrell. Comes back outside to Liam Howard, to Sam Green. He goes sideways, not a great kick, puts his teammate under pressure. It's all the way back now to Keegan Wiley, who goes further back now to James Holmes. The switch is on. Can he find an outlet? He can. And they can build again here through Liam Howard. He goes sideways, so they're being patient here, waiting for an opening. Baxter Norton, penetrating kick. Al Holmes front position. This will be downfield. And it'll go to that man. Al Holmes, I think, might have taken the mark anyway, Max.
He did, yep.
Out in front. So we're going to get a shot on goal here. You heard the whistle before he took the mark, though, for the downfield on Baxter Norton. So fast start here from the Roos.
Be interesting to hear from Bo as to whether that wind is favouring that end, which we think it is, but just for him to confirm it.
We might get down to him after this shot on goal, regardless of the result. Bryce Al Holmes for goal number 3. It's straight, it's through. Al Holmes 3 goals. Clarence 3 goals, 3-1-19. Launceston yet to score. And we'll get down to you, Bo. What can you tell us about that breeze?
Yeah, guys, the wind is definitely favouring the Boone stand end, I'd say. You can see there that Noah Holmes kick just went a mile, really, didn't it? So it's certainly favouring that Boone stand end.
Which is probably good news for Launceston, Max. Even though they're trailing, they might get a chance to get some action there in their forward line in that second quarter.
Yeah, look, whilst they'd be disappointed with the scoreboard, they'd be really wanting to apply some pressure in this first quarter on the scoreboard. But 17 minutes into the quarter, only 3 goals down. So, you equate that to the end of the quarter, could be 5 goals, which sounds a lot. But like we've all indicated, the breeze is going that way.
From the centre bounce, Riley collects it at half back, gets it to Tyrrell. And now to House. The experienced players combined for the Blues. House has a player running for him. Over here, that's young Ship. He can't pick it up. He can now. Good second effort. Flicks it over towards Presnell. Ship again. Third effort. Gets a high tackle.
Good perseverance there. Attacked the ball really hard and just drew the tackle.
It's a Ryan Ship, who's debuted this year, one of the many debutantes for the Blues. Kicks the attacking side of the wing. Off hands. Taken. Kicked out straight away by Liam Howard. But Tyrrell's there. Almost collects it. Keegan Ryan can't pick it up. Liam Howard a second time there. And it's going to be a ball up on the attacking side of the centre square with the Roos 19, Launceston 0. We've been playing 18 minutes, first quarter. Tap out. Ends up now here with Jared Harper.
I'd really love to get a forward entry here, and Clarence has thrown one back behind the ball at the moment, so they've got a lone player standing there right at the top of the square, which is going to make it hard. So Launceston are going to have to play smart when they do get the opportunity to go forward. Weaving
his way through there. That was Oscar Paprotny to half forward. That's a good mark by Baxter Norton. It's a massive first quarter. Leans back on the kick, looking for Alones. Foley this time out in front. Second grab on the chest, takes the mark. That's obviously now a match-up, Sam Foley and Bryce Alones.
Yep, yeah. Didn't start on him, I don't think.
Not sure what he did.
No.
Oh, the kick to Tyrrell's dangerous, but Tyrrell does it well. He's had probably 6 or 7 possessions. We'll get to his stats at quarter time. Already Ryan Tyrrell. To Bailey Gillows in really good form at the moment. Further afield now to Canny. It's a chance to build something. As a player in support. Wheeler that was. He handballs it pretty dangerously for Liam Jones because he was surrounded by a lot of Clarence players. He's tackled to the ground, ball up.
Young Wheeler wore the tackle pretty heavy there, but took him a little while to get up, but feeling it a bit now, but he is up.
Spinning out nicely is Canny. Handballs to House. The wind continues to get up, even though it's a beautiful sunny day here. Don't be fooled those watching the stream. It's quite cold and windy. That can sometimes be here at Blundstone Arena. Green with the tap out.
Sometimes, though.
Sometimes.
You're being very kind.
Paprotny is tackled. Ball up. One's underneath one of the big white towers here at Blundstone Arena. Far side of the ground. We've got a whistle off the play. Didn't see what that was for, Max, but we've got a free kick.
Too high, I think the non-officiating umpire said. Or might have been holding.
No, it's sort of come back.
It came backwards from where the contest was. A bit strange.
Campbell Atkins, those distinctive blue boots. Kicks, it fades away with that breeze. Chance now to clear it through Paprotny. Handball over the top. Liam Howard, in fact it's Keegan Ryan that gets the kick forward towards Al Holmes. 2 grab mark. He's well out from goal though. He just waits for reinforcements to get inside that attacking 50. Now he signals that he's going to go long. Falls a little bit short. William Bush, I think, there, who takes the mark. Plays on. Kicks towards attacking 50. Presnell gets back and takes a fine mark, or does he?
No.
He's dropped the mark. And it's kicked off the ground. I think it's Karen Howlett, the number 12. I'll just wait for him to turn around, but it's a goal. Very unlucky there, Lockie Presnell. Just couldn't quite grab onto the mark, said the umpire. And just lurking there was Karen Howlett. A late inclusion for Colin Garland, and he's kicked the goal for Clarence.
From here it looked like he took the mark, but obviously when he hit the ground he had his back to us, so we're not quite sure whether he controlled it when it went to the ground. Obviously it's come out at some stage because Howlett, the opportunist, kicks Clarence fourth for the quarter and makes his way back to the wing and on his direct opponent the Prince as well, young Presnell.
And Peter Ryan has told them, I think, just to kick it, get it down there to those one-on-ones. And they've got a few goals out of that now. Here we go again through Sam Green. The lead-up player is Bush. Doesn't take the mark this time. Off hands Keegan Ryan. Funny old kick. Oh, gee, it floats in the breeze. Doing pretty well there was Murrell across the front. It's now a contested footy as Howlett sees it out of play. Boundary umpires today, Caleb Brewer, Brendan Cook, Joe Gregory and Curtis Reid. Today's broadcast brought to you by LGAS for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge, phone 13 11 61. Thank you, LGAS. So in the ruck now is Josh Gillow. There's holding on there.
really struggling with height, aren't they? And strength around the ball. Like, I wouldn't say that Josh is a first-string ruckman.
But he won the free kick on that occasion, but he kicks it straight down the throat there of Keegan Wiley, who's at half-back. He goes back inside defensive 50 to number 10 there, and James Beerley. Beerley chips over the top to Howard. Liam Howard. The sideways kick happening to Ollie Preshaw, who's carved a lovely niche there across half-back. Kick up the wing. Contested footy. We've had a fair bit out in this quarter in these blustery conditions. Another ball up. Just looking at some other scores. The under 19, or under 18 today in the NTFA. Old Scotch 1-point winners over South Launceston, 6-6-42. South Launceston 6-5-41. In the seconds in the Old Scholars, it was Hutchins 76 defeated OHA 48. Congratulations to Hutchins. Keegan Ryan can't get a foot to it. Overrunning it there was Howlett. Player tackled there, got rid of it illegally, was Keegan Ryan. Might be an advantage. It's going to come back here to Ryan Tyrrell. He's had a first quarter that he'd be proud of, Max. He's had so much of it.
Certainly be keen to see the Launceston stats when they come up. I would say he's had probably 8 or 9 possessions minimum.
So Tyrrell and Riley, real powerhouses across half-back, but he's kicked it straight inside the fence 50. Baker Smith, the intercept mark. That's 4 intercept marks now, just to get Dave Gruber's sheet there for Clarence in this quarter. Up to the wing, and once again Foley starting to get on top there of Alomes.
Come off second best there, Alomes. Just got sandwiched a little bit, I think.
Tyrrell, once again, what's he going to do with it this time? Looking for that marking option up forward. They haven't got a lot of height up there, and it's Clarence that keep taking the marks inside defensive 50. This time it's Liam Howard. So Howard switches play as the wind gets up again to Green. Then short to Beerley. Beerley has a target there in Green. He's spoiled out of it there by Gillow. Illegally, says the umpire. So it'll come back to Sam Green. Sam Green kicks it high. Holds up in the breeze this time. Holmes can't take it. From the spillage, Jack Preshaw can. Kicks to space. Here's Ollie Preshaw with an opportunity. He fumbles at the crucial moment. Tackled by Pfeiffer. He gets out of the tackle, but he's dropped the ball off. He gets the high tackle. Against O'Neill, the follow-up tackle. Yes, Max, talk to me.
Well, he took 2 or 3 of them on. The first tackle he beat. The second tackle, the ball came out, and the third tackle was a bit high, and he gets the kick. Probably lucky. But Ollie Preshaw will have a shot from goal about 35 metres out. Good angle because the wind will be blowing right behind his back there, I would have thought. Be disappointed in that young Jack O'Neill because he did all the hard work but just wasn't rewarded with the ball.
For their 5th goal of the first quarter, Ollie Preshaw. Slow deliberate approach. Sets it out left. Stays left, it fades. Alomes can't take it. Still a chance for Clarence. Alomes again, back onto it. Shovels it out. Gets another opportunity, does he? No, he just sees it out of play. Now it's still in. Kick to the top of the goal square. Colby Whitelaw's there. He's the only player for Clarence. Out the back, Holmes can't pick it up. He lays a tackle against O'Neill. Ball up.
Certainly under pressure, the Blues backman there, and they're flooding back to help at the moment. Big numbers around the ball, just trying to smother it.
Holmes wins the tap, only as far as Tyrrell. Spills out of the contest though. Quick kick out there by O'Neill. It'll fade towards the boundary, and getting there first is James Holmes. Holmes, the left knee strapped. Looking inside. Now settles and is going to kick inside 50 to the pocket. Ollie Preshaw! Does he take it? No, he doesn't. He had the arms up. Great extension of the arms there from Preshaw. Thought he was going to take that, but he just couldn't quite hold on as the quarter time siren sounds here at Blundstone Arena. That first quarter went just 27 minutes. And it's Clarence 4-1, 25, leading Launceston, yet to score. We suspect Clarence had a breeze in that first quarter. In the other game at Kingborough At the Twin Ovals, it's Kingborough 2-3-15, North Launceston 1-2-8.
Wouldn't be too many games in the last couple of years, David, that we've been fortunate to watch where Launceston Football Club haven't troubled the scorer.
Happening yet. It's the old saying, though, in a game like this, we wait until half-time to see what that effect of the breeze is.
Yep, absolutely.
But certainly Clarence had the better of that quarter. They were on top in a lot of areas.
Yep, and when Launceston did get it deep into that 50 of theirs, it just come unstuck because you had Baker Smith, you had Keegan Wiley just taking intercept mark after intercept. They ran the ball out of the back line really well. Early on, Launceston just seemed to have a bit of a deficiency in the height and the strength in the forward line. Got great in and under guys, but just lacking that Groenewegen, that Harper, that
they're bombing at 14 Hope.
Jake Hines at the moment hasn't been able to get his hands on the ball. Dropped a sitter here in front of us, his first touch for the day. So, got a bit of work to do, the Blues.
Dave Gruber, team stats to quarter time.
Clarence on top in the hitouts, 13 in that quarter two, Launceston's 8. That gave him first use of the ball, and sees Clarence on top in the clearances, 10-3. Inside 50s, good use of the wind there again, 16 for Clarence to Launceston 7. 2 marks inside 50 to Clarence, none to Launceston, and Clarence have taken 6 intercept marks to Launceston's 4, and Launceston have 10 free kicks to Clarence's 6.
Thanks very much there to Dave Gruber. It's quarter time here at Blundstone Arena, and it's Clarence 4-1-25 leading Launceston yet to score. Back in just a moment.
Play your cards right this winter with new LPG deals from Elgas. Whether you're moving in or you're settled in, make the switch online today. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Don't lose out this winter. Visit the website, choose your new deal and sign up today. Go online, www.elgas.com.au. Elgas, local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Losing a pet is never easy. At Cornerstone Pet Crematorium, we understand the pain that comes with the loss of a beloved companion. Our state-of-the-art facility offers individual cremation services, as well as a wide variety of urn options to commemorate your pet's memory. We want to help you in this difficult time, to give your pet the dignified farewell that they deserve. Trust us to take care of your pet's final arrangements with compassion and respect. When the time comes, ask for Cornerstone Pet Crematorium, where love never dies.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Mr. Lotto here. If you need Lotto, we're open. If you need post, we're open. If you need magazines, we're open. In fact, we're open for everything, pretty much all the bleeding time. And weekends. Good, innit? So, what are you waiting for? Come on in. Invermain News Agency. Serving you when you need us most. Cheery bye.
A sponsor of City Park Radio. This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Elgas, call 13 11 61. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Welcome back to Blundstone Arena. It's quarter time with Clarence 4-1-25 leading Launceston yet to score. Max, you got a score there?
Just a score at the South Launceston versus Rochelle Seniors, which is being played at Blue Gum Park. And for our listeners who's not quite aware where that may be, that's down at Georgetown. Quarter time, Rochelle 2-1-13, South Launceston 1-6. Just speaking of South Launceston, Dave, if I could just quickly say, in the last couple of days, the sad passing of Jan Tudor, who was... her husband many years ago was instrumental with Peter Thurlow from the Launceston Football Club starting up what is the premier junior competition in the state, the NTJFA, way back in the early 70s. So my condolences to Debbie and Graham, that's Jan's children, and be sadly missed up at the kennel. She was a great worker for them and loved by everyone who knew her, and they'll be doing their best to get a win for her today.
Absolutely, yeah. Thoughts there to the family and the South Launceston Football Club. Thanks to Darren Lovell and Damien Donnelly, who are the Launceston stats guys. They've just sent me the stats, and Ryan Tudor has indeed had 9 kicks, or 9 disposals, 8 kicks, 1 handball in that first quarter. Jamison House with 6, Jaden Hines with 4, Sam Foley 4, Dylan Riley 4, Jake Hines 4. for Launceston, and Baxter Norton is top possession winner for Clarence with 7. He was pretty influential in that first quarter, Max.
He was. Just kept getting the ball, and the positive thing was, like you said, Peter Ryan's probably said to them, don't care how you get it in there, get it in, bit of chaos ball, made it really, really difficult for the Launceston defenders. Okay,
down to Bo Downham, who's been out at the Launceston huddle.
Yeah, so Coach Mitch Thorpe there just talking about some, it's not quite working at the minute. It's a bit too cute, a bit too pretty. Madden's going to rotate a little bit more through the ruck, so look out for that. Also, they need to be first to the ball. He spoke about it at length, and also a character test just to really open them up early. And I think we'll see a little bit more of a ground level game from Launceston heading into this quarter, guys. It's going to be a really interesting way to see, as he just gave him a character test, seeing if they can fix this up. And obviously, AFL talent Sam Banks is in the house. So
fantastic. He's had a great back half of the year and debuted in the seniors. Done a great job. Thanks for that, Bo.
Thanks, Dave.
No worries. We'll talk to you again during the second quarter. So the Clarence huddle's broken up. Let's see the great Blair Brownless, who's done a fair bit of work with us here on City Park Radio. He's down there at the quarter time huddle. And, of course, being the home game for Clarence. A lot of their supporters here today. Looking forward to a victory, but it's still a long way to go in this game, because Launceston, we know they'll come back and they'll make a real game of this at some stage.
Yeah, my word, they will, Dave. It's only a quarter gone. There's another 75 minutes to play, and just be interesting to see how they go. What their expectation is with this win. Will they take a leaf out of Clarence's book and not try and be too pretty and just drive it forward at every opportunity? Kick it to space. They've got the pace there in the forward line. They've got Hyatt, they've got Jones, they've got Kenny. Jamison House is lining up at full forward. He's a quick guy, and I think that's a smart move too. Give them a target in the forward line, because at the moment they don't have too many of those that we can pick out.
Well, they're just bombing it forward, and just the Clarence backman, as you mentioned, Keegan Wiley, Liam Howard, etc. We're just repelling every attack. Second quarter action here at Blundstone Arena. Thanks for joining us on City Park Radio. Deegan Madden wins the tap, takes it himself, the youngster. Kicks it inside 50, floats with the breeze. Chance here, thumped away by Gillow. In back play, it's Harry Fisher. He can't quite pick it up now. James Holmes is on top of it. Little handball comes out. Chance there for Cowell. His kick smothered. That's kicked towards the boundary line, so the Clarence boys did well there, which with Karen Howlett. It's a great smother there by Liam Howard, stopping almost a certain goal. Thump out by Riley in the direction of Tyrrell. 9 possessions first quarter. Now to Pfeiffer. Gets the call here from Atkins over his head. He's got time to pick it up. He gets tackled straight away, though, by Max Gapin, son of Matthew Gapin, who's a great player back in the day for Clarence and the Tassie Devils. Up it goes. Little kick out there from Bailey Gillow is a good option. Handball comes off now towards Jones. 7 goals last week, centering kick. Falls in the lap though of James Holmes. Another intercept mark. Dave Gribbage, remind me, intercept marks for Clarence in that first quarter.
Well, they took 6 to 4.
6 to 4. It's now with Baxter Norton. 7 possessions to quarter time. That's now possession number 9. Over to James Holmes. Cruises off after taking the mark. Nice mark there by Campbell Atkins, who's debuted this year. His sideways handball's pretty good. Connell McCormack kicks towards half forward, looking for Gillow, but in front there was Keegan Wiley. He lays on it. There'll be a ball up.
I think they've really got to just bring the ball into the centre a bit more, Launceston. I know McCormack there was sort of stuck for space. He couldn't quite just get that little step inside to bring it in the middle a bit more, but they're not going to do all that well, I don't think, if they're going to play wide out there on that wing.
So we've got another score. Thank you to Brett Hall from St Virgil's at half-time. In the Old Scholars, it's St Virgil's 8-8-56 to Uni 2-1-13.
And in the STFL, half-time, thanks to Obi, David O'Byrne, Signet 6-6-42, lead Dodgers Ferry 1-4-10.
Okay, so Dodgers with some work to do there. Could be another Huonville Signet Classic next week otherwise, as we've got a ball up on half-forward on the digits of 50 for Launceston. So inside 50s groups already this quarter for the Blues?
2.
2? Okay, I thought they had more than that. They've had a fair bit of play in the forward half. So a little scrappy now. Trying to emerge. There was Tyrrell, I think it was. And it's going to be a ball up once again. So plenty of stoppages.
And again, Clarence just dropping that one back in front of Jamison House there. It's 3v2 deep in the Launceston forward line, which is going to make it really hard for him.
Jack Preshaw swings a left-footed kick to the centre of the ground, but Dylan Riley's there. He switches it now to Connell McCormack. Takes a mark all by himself. Has support now from Sam Foley, who leaves his man and creates an option and kicks deep inside 50. Who's there for the Blues? Nobody. And it's Keegan Wiley once again. Gee, he's dominating back there, as is Liam Howard, who's got the ball now. Short now to Fisher. Cow did pretty well, but Fisher has the recovery, has some time, takes his time, now to Holmes. He goes back inside to play and gets caught. Kicks up the wing. She's swinging on there from Jaden Hines on Harper. Bush is not happy about that. As young Bush comes off the ground. Nothing develops from it. Presnell replaces Tyrrell. No scores yet in playing 4 minutes in this second quarter. Green wins a tap towards Norton, taken by Gillow. He's tackled by Norton, and we get another ball up. Max is trying to check out the NTFA score here. Division 1. Sam Green kicks semi-smothered. Taken by Tyrrell. Another ball up. Half time, we've got Ryan Rosendale, who's at the other game at the moment at Twin Ovals. And score there is 16-9. The Tigers in front. He'll give us a report on the first half. There's something almost going to get another stoppage here. It's nothing to write home about at the moment, this game, as it's stoppage after stoppage. Bo, what do you got for us on the boundary?
Yeah, guys, James Holmes has come off here. Looks like a left knee injury. We'll keep you updated on that.
Thank you very much. On the ball down there is Bo Downham, joining us today on City Park Radio. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. We finally get a break from the clearance, although Kenny is tackled from behind. He got it high. Said Paprotny. Max doesn't agree. He thought the Oscar Paprotny tackle was legal. But it's a free kick to Kenny. Goes sideways now to Riley. Now he kicks here towards House. He's up against about 3 Roos defenders. Big thump from Riley. Taken by Gillow. But James Beerley, his fellow number 10, has come from behind. And those sort of tackles win grand finals, let alone elimination finals.
He had everything going for him. Then young Gillow, he was on his right side for a left footer. 10 metres out, didn't have to keep running, could have just kicked it.
Great mark there by Ollie Preshaw. Off now to Jack Preshaw. Kicked half forward, and Al Holmes wins a free kick there against his opponent Foley. They're looking to play on, but it's not going to be an advantage. So Al Holmes, of course, 3 goals in that first quarter. Really lit it up early days in this game. Golden North Launceston, they trail now by just 1 point. Close one there. Keegan Ryan, spots up a player, a lot of attitude. That was Oscar Paprotny, who's been pretty much all around the ground today. He's covered a lot of territory. And he snuck up there to half forward. And he's going to have a go at goal. It'll be tough, you'd think, with this swirling breeze.
Well, it's pretty sheltered there, Dave.
I was going to say, yes, you've got that.
Got those couple of stands behind the goal. Oh, he's fed it off.
Fed it off, long kick. Keegan Wiley, we know he's got a long foot on him. But it's off to the left and one behind. First score after nearly 7 minutes of this quarter. 4-2-26 Clarence. Launceston yet to score. As Foley now takes it out from defence. Gets good territory out here looking for Gillow, but it sails out of bounds on the full. Bounces up onto the hill. Dave Gribble, we'll get a little break here. Some stats so far in the second quarter.
That was Clarence's first entry into forward 50 for the quarter, and Launceston have had it inside 4 times, and it's 4 hit-outs apiece this quarter.
Okay, thanks there to Dave Gruber. There's Bailey Gillow with the ball on the wing. Up here in the Avery Thomas direction, but he's worried out of it nicely by Liam Howard. Just takes the mark. He's been really good so far.
He has, and just got pushed out of it a little bit too easy there, young Howard, didn't he?
Baker Smith with a handball. Releasing Paprotny, who kicks inside 50. Bouncing ball. Murrell's there. Nice use of the body by Fife, but he's run out of territory. Has to run the footy over the boundary line. There's a bit of push and shove afterwards. Right in front of the cricket club stand. Lots of red and white Clarence supporters there on their feet. A few parents there, I'd say. We were down in the Clarence club rooms earlier, Max, and some nice cuisine down there.
Well,
the salad roll was lovely.
It was exactly. It was cuisine, yeah.
That's it. As Holmes wins the tap, spills out, taken there, and kick forward to Ollie Preshaw, who takes the mark. 20 out, directly in front. Just missed the play, got the little kick forward. I think it might be number 13, Max Gapin, it is. So well done there by the youngster. Just got that little kick away crucially. Now he's involved in a bit of a scuffle. Anyway, back on play. Ollie Preshaw, 20 out, directly in front. Should not miss, even in these swirly conditions. Preshaw kicks the goal for Clarence. That's number 5. And they're right on top now at Blundstone Arena, out by more than 5 goals. 5-2-32, leading Launceston, yet to score.
There's a lot of youth in Launceston's team, but not trying to be too, well, don't wish to be too critical about it, but they've got to be able to read what's happening there. When there's a loose ball, the Launceston defender was probably giving Preshaw 7 or 8, 9 metres, just standing off him, thinking everyone's going to kick for goal. When the ball's loose on the ground, you've got to expect that there's going to be a room. He could have nearly done his boots up and then still marked it beforehand. So they've got to be a bit more close checking there, the Launceston defenders.
He started across half-back, Preshaw, but he's moved deep full forward now. They've got enough players down and back doing pretty well at the moment. As we get a free kick going here towards Noah Holmes. The youngster who's will start here as a forward, but to tell you what, he's been really good as a backup ruckman. He kicks deep. Riley doesn't take the mark, thumps it forward. Presnell, fumble. Back on the wet, tackled by Tourouz. Ball up.
Got to be clean there, don't they? Hit him in the hands. So you've got one grab to, otherwise it just creates a bit of congestion like it has here now with another ball up.
Still a 2-point lead to Kingborough. At Twin Ovals, it could go down the wire today, that game. Here's Jones. Gets into the second attempt. Goes now to Colin McCormack. Gets a good block there from Josh Gillow. Kicks to half forward here, looking for Hines, who comes out against Baker Smith, and it spills out of bounds.
Long way over there, Dave.
Yes.
But just look at the congestion around the ball. We've got a great game, Australian rules football, and the way it's played these days, the more players round the ball, coaches think it's a good thing, but from a spectacle, not much fun when you've got 30 of them around the ball.
Keegan Ryan kicks up the wing. Little fumble by Ship. Off the ground by Murrell is smart. A bit of the dangerous Al Holmes, who leads Foley to the ball. He's 55 out. Kicks it to 30 out. Bushes there and flies from behind. Can't get the second grab. Falls now to Presnell, who he takes on the tackle. And it was a good tackle too by William Bush. He's an impressive young player.
That was a lot better too by Presnell. Took the ball cleanly, and you've got to take those tackles when you're playing senior footy.
He had no choice, really.
No, he just held onto the ball really well.
As Jamison House tackled, released the handball to O'Neill, little fumble. He gets it. Does he get it? Oh, geez, lucky. No, he's not lucky because he's caught holding the ball as Jack O'Neill. Baxter Norton. Big first quarter. And he's probably outside his range. Players leading left, right and centre. Al Holmes takes the mark. Bryce Al Holmes up against Foley, one of the best in the business, but he just got that front position. Just had that leap to get in that extra extension. And he'll line up now, 25 out, 45-degree angle. 3 goals already, Bryce Al Holmes. Had a good game last week. Has had a pretty good season for the Roos. Takes his time. In he comes. Kicks now for goal. And he's just off to the left. It was a low kick. And Breeze obviously took that one away a little. So, sigh of relief here for the Blues, who are just under siege at the minute. Had a good first 5 minutes of the quarter, but then are struggling now to get in their attacking 50. Kick to the wing. Balls booms there. Holds the ball up. Out of bounds. Dave Gruber, what do you got for us?
Clarence have had the last 4 inside 50, so they've evened that up 4 apiece. And Launceston clearances 4 to 3, so they're getting a bit more of the ball first use this quarter.
Still a bit of work being done on James Holmes down there on the bench too, so it'll be interesting to see. Looks like he's ready to come back on, but trainers were doing overtime on him.
He's had some injury concerns over the journey. Is James Holmes a fine player? TSL level. Serve it for the Roos. So we've got a ball up now on the centre wing. Josh Gillow takes it. Tries to get a little kick forward. Scrambling play. Umpire seen something. It's going to go Clarence's way. And it's going to that man, Baxter Norton. Left foot kick to half forward. Probotny was from behind there. Jake Hines front position. He was held without it, so free kick to Jake Hines. So no, he can be damaging by foot here. What can he do? He goes long with that left foot. Over to the wing. Finds a teammate there in Lenny Faulkner. He kicked a goal last week. First senior goal. He's kicked further afield. Tries to find Isaac Hite. And it's Hite and Jones that we took in the car on the way down, Max. They really need to find a bit more out of those two. I mean, it's not getting down there a lot.
No, they've been starved of opportunities so far, and when they're putting them on their head as well, doesn't help when you're only 5 foot tall.
Isaac Hite got the free kick there. Right foot kick inside 50. Here's Jones, we just mentioned, against Beerley. Keeps his feet. Does he get legged? Why says no. It's going to be a ball up just inside the boundary line. 25 out from Launceston's goal.
Certainly Dylan Riley's probably been their best defender so far. Would have liked to have seen him take a couple of those marks where he's done huge big punches, because he's had the opportunity to mark it. Then they keep control of the ball and can set something up.
Another tackle's laid. Still that 25 metres out from Launceston's goal. Desperately need a goal, Max, just to get something going.
Yeah, a bit of enthusiasm, mate. Yep. They look really flat at the moment.
5 goals is not insurmountable in today's footy, but they just need to hit that scoreboard to get them back into the contest. It's right against the boundary line, our third stoppage. Who can gain possession? Comes out here towards Norton. Shovels in front of him. Little kick. Finds Borsboom. Tackled from behind. We've got another stoppage. This time it's on the 50-metre line. Got a score, Max?
I have got a score. This is in the NWFA, the grand final down the northwest coast, for those people who are interested in that. Wesley Vale 4-6-30 versus Motton Preston at half-time 3-6-24.
Okay, close one there. We heard that St Virgil's are well in front of Uni at half-time there in the Old Scholars. And a tight contest, Signet and Dodgers free, but I think last one gave us Signet were in front, Max.
They were. 32 points at half-time.
Ball up. Just inside attacking 50. This is about the 5th stoppage in a row. Can we see it clear the area? We can through Popotny. Kicks up the wing. Faulkner front position. Got infringed there by Noah Holmes. Probably the biggest player on the ground against the smallest player on the ground. Young Lenny Faulkner, just in year 11 at St Patrick's. Wins himself a free kick. Kicks it deep, inside attacking 50. A lot of players around it. Spills to the back. Avery Thomas, good handball. Jake Hines, first goal Launceston. Good work there by the youngster Avery Thomas. Had the presence of mind to get it to Jake Hines, who made no mistake from about 20 out, and that's the one they needed.
Well, there's no better player for the ball to be in their hands, is it? 20, 30, 40 metres out for goal for Launceston. He's always composed, looks like he's got heaps of time, and on that occasion he did, and just slotted a much-needed goal. First score coming at the nearly 17-minute mark of the second quarter for Launceston. So when you put it into context like that, bloody hell, they've got a long way to come back, haven't they? But again, it's only 4 goals.
Bo down on the boundary.
Hey guys, James Holmes on now. He's got that left knee strapped in and a few painkillers into him, and he's now on the ground.
No worries, thanks Bo. Speaking of injuries, we've got Joe Gronewagen there doing the running today. They can sneak through today. He might feature later on in the finals, but they've got a lot of work to do still in this game. They're going to feature in the finals further down the track. Here's Jared Harper now. He's tackled strongly, can't release it by Bailey Gillow. Of course, when we talk about Launceston midfield, Max, they miss Brady Paulford, don't they? That shocking leg injury.
Yeah, noticed he was walking around today, which is really good for him.
Jamison House now, inside 50. Clarence back line under pressure. That's Nick Bealey this time. Keegan Wiley tracks it towards the boundary. Tackled one behind. Has to release it. So the Blues still with an opportunity. Hyatt comes out. He's tackled. Penalised. Took the tackler on. And free kick there to Jack Preshaw. Goes sideways to find Keegan Wiley. Wiley short. Spots up teammate there in William Bush. Bit of a jumping jack. Took a fine mark in the first quarter. Plays on now. High towards the wing. Defensive ploy. Off hands. Max Gapin with a little kick forward. Ollie Preshaw comes out. Now Jamison House. Can't work it free. Come back in towards Pfeiffer. Lenny Faulkner. Nice handball to Jaden Hines. He kicks towards his brother Jake. He's up against a couple of roos. He takes it with the right hand. He's tackled by Liam Howard. Did it pretty well in the end.
Did it really well in the end, Dave. Had a couple of them hanging off him, but just managed to hold the ball up. Didn't release it, which allows the umpire to throw it up again.
We're 18 minutes in, so a couple of late Blues goals would see them right back in this contest. Bailey Gillow top to Faulkner. He's had some good involvements to Tyrrell. Back to Lenny Faulkner. He's tackled from behind by Green. He's a bit of a live wire, young Lenny Faulkner. He's had a few really good involvements in recent minutes.
Yep, and not afraid to cover the ground as well. We've seen him back there at half back, and now he's pushed down to half forward. And Tyrrell's gone a little bit quiet this quarter.
Off the ruck contest. Kicked out of defence by the Roos. Met nicely there by Ship. To Riley. Over the top now to Campbell Atkins. He'll be under pressure. Gets a kick away just in time to attacking 50. Gee, that's a lovely mark back there to Baker Smith. He's pretty good in the first quarter. Little kick over the top. Floats it, but Paprotny does it well. Takes the mark under a lot of pressure from Gillow. It's Bailey Gillow. Oscar Paprotny, one of Clarence's best today. Gets around Gillow. Kicks close to the boundary line for Ollie Preshaw, who stings and takes the mark. Wheels and goes. To attacking 50. Riley's there with Pfeiffer. Now, how does the umpire see that? So, looks like there's a free kick in the contest. Player's gone on, and James Holmes taken it in the forward pocket.
He was blocked, shepherded, didn't get the opportunity to run out at the, I think it was Preshaw who was blocked out then, but they paid the advantage, and we've got Holmes deep in the pocket.
James Holmes, your classic around the corner situation here. He's 20 out, up against the boundary line. James Holmes snaps. James Holmes misses to the right hand side. One behind. 5-4-34. Launceston 1 goal straight 6.
Probably a little bit of justice there. I don't think he marked that. The ball spent a lot of time on the turf, I think, between.
Now the Bombers have hit the front at Twin Ovals, 21-17. So we'll have Ryan Rosendale in about 10 minutes at half time. So he'll give us a rundown on that game. Kick out of defence, falls to Jack Preshaw. He takes on the tacklers, managed to get some sort of handball away. Now Jones is tackled. Max didn't think it was a handball, but the umpire was right on the spot.
One-handed handball that one day. It was like a flip.
Umpire Ben Bannister, experienced umpire. Will hand off now to Sam Green. He's got support from Borsboom. Held up in the tackle, got it on his boot just in time. Spills out of bounds. Max is checking some scores. We'll see what he's got in a moment. And so we're at the preliminary final stage, or grand final stage in all other leagues in Tasmania, except the State League. We've still got prelim next week, grand final. Coming up in 2 weeks' time. City Park Radio will be there. As Jamison House gets the kick away. Taking the ball there is Hyatt. And another stoppage. Yes, Max.
NTFA Division 1 Grand Final. Old Scotch Football Club versus St Patrick's Old Boys. What's that? 6.5 minutes in. We've got Old Scotch 42 leading St Pat's 36.
Kick goes inside, attacking 50. Taken by Josh Gillow, but he slips at the crucial moment. Wiley also slips. Little mopping up done there by Howlett. Back to Baker Smith. His kick semi-smothered. It's on the boundary line. Back to Baker Smith. They worked it out pretty well here, the Roos. Towards Whitelaw. And it'll be another stoppage on attacking 50.
Bit of a ball up there out on the 50-metre arc at the moment. Players running everywhere, just spreading out a little bit now, which is good to see. But again, it's just the control of Clarence around those stoppages at the moment. Another clearance.
Jack Preshaw, wide kick here, and almost a lovely mark to Ryan Borsboom. Don't argue from Baker Smith, but he runs into a second tackle from Canny and is holding the ball. So a big couple of minutes coming up here. Launceston done okay this quarter to hold Clarence back as Riley now. He snaps for goal. Riley! Dylan Riley kicks a very valuable goal for the Blues deep in the second quarter. And they sneak closer now. 2 goals straight, 12. Clarence 5-4-34. And look, Dylan Riley, they don't know where to play him at the moment because he can be damaging everywhere. But he snuck forward there. I think he's still at half back, but he just snuck forward there and got that opportunity, and what a lovely shot on goal.
Yeah, it was a really polished finish, and you talk about where they can best use him at the moment, Dave. I think they need to keep him in defence, because you look at the defenders back there at the moment. You've got Foley, who's strong but still inexperienced at senior level. Young Hines, who's at the Jaden version, he's back there, got a bit of senior foot in him now. Jack O'Neill's inexperienced, Pfeiffer's inexperienced, so it gives them a bit of, just calms them down a bit, I think, back down there, just by the way he plays more than what he would actually say, because I don't think he'd say a great deal either.
Another chance for the Blues. Liam Jones, Avery Thomas on his right foot, snap. Misses the near side. That was a really good opportunity there for Launceston from the centre clearance.
Didn't really have to snap, and I was watching him when he was running in there, Dave. Just did not look at the goals once. Just thought, I can do this like they do on telly, and on telly, young fella, they kick him.
So a big opportunity there for Launceston. Just having a good patch here late in the quarter. There's almost a mark there on the far side of the Blues. Taking away that was Green. Back to Howlett. Spots up Holmes, who takes a strong mark. That in front of Pfeiffer. He sees Borsboom. He goes there now and he takes the mark. Great kick, Holmes. Handball now to Whitelaw. Here they go. This is Max Gapin. Kicking towards goal. So bounces through for behind.
Let off then. Holmes was by himself. That's the James version. And just a poor kick. I think his eyes lit up, saw the goals, and wanted to get his name in the paper there, that young fella, but didn't eventuate.
Yeah, 2 youngsters there, Avery Thomas and Max Gapin.
Yep.
It's all about experience, Max, isn't it? That's playing at this level, you learn from everything. But you soak it up. There's Foley now, goes wide. But mark taken over there by Green, who's really starting to get involved in this game. Now Howlett kicks a poor one straight down the throat of Jaden Hines. As the siren sounds here at Blundstone Arena for half-time. And in that quarter, Clarence 1 goal 4. Launceston 2 goals 1. So I mentioned late in the call, Max, that Launceston did work their way back into the game. Obviously, they still trailed by 22 points. Whether that early start from Clarence cost them in the end, playing catch-up footy, but some better signs for the Blues in that second quarter.
Yeah, there was, and the positive stuff, what looked really impressive from where we are here, Dave, is when they moved the ball quickly, because that's what Clarence was doing in that first quarter, trying to get it in there deep into their forward line with that little bit of breeze, and a lot of their drive then, Launceston, to get there a couple of goals, came from the young guys like Avery Thomas, and Campbell Atkins got a bit of the ball. We saw the
Matty Faulkner was another one.
Matty Faulkner was another one, and the Gillows started to get involved in the game a bit more. So the things are starting to happen for them. They're still a long way behind on the scoreboard. When I say a long way, it's pretty much 2 goals to 6, so 4 goals. But certainly this game's far from over, and you go through the Clarence list. James Holmes, even though he's had a little bit of an injury, he's got heaps of the ball.
Baxter Norton.
Yep. You probably have to change his boots at half time, I reckon, because I think they're worn out. Keegan Wiley's been superb down back. Noah Holmes hasn't done a lot, but provides a really good focal point, whether it be when he's on the ball in the ruck or playing at centre half forward or wherever he is. Oscar Propotny's done well. Bryce Hallone's kicked 3 for the half. Can't do much more than that as a full forward, and things are looking pretty good for them as well. They'd be up and about.
Their back line has been superb. In that first quarter, they just were impenetrable down there. I mean, it took a long time for Launceston to score. So, and
it was the 17-minute mark of the second quarter before Launceston actually got a score on the board.
Now, if they go deeper in finals, I think Clarence defence could cause some troubles. I mean, obviously did last week for the Tigers. It really limited them. So, we'll wait and see if Clarence can get through today. They could form a bit of a danger going further into the finals. Max, who you spotted out on the ground there?
Oh, look, just a Richmond Football Club player, Dave.
We're talking about young Sam again?
Yeah, Sam's there, just wandering over to the Clarence rooms. I'm sure they'll let him in.
Yep, I reckon they will.
Yeah, he'd be very happy what he's seeing at the moment. A couple of his good mates playing there. He's come through the Devils Junior programs with in Baker Smith and who's the other one? His big fella. Yes.
Noah.
Yes, Noah Holmes. Really good mates for both of them, and be very happy for them seeing them both play good football today. So, interesting game at half-time, and we look forward to the good second half of footy as well.
Dave Gruber, team stats.
Hitouts, Clarence 24 to Launceston's 20 to the half. Pretty even that quarter, 11 for Clarence, 12 for Launceston. Clearances, Launceston on 12. Clarence have 18. Again, Launceston won that stat that quarter, 9 to 8. Inside 50s, 22 for Clarence, 18 for Launceston. And with the wind, Launceston had 11 of those this quarter, and Clarence had 6. Marks inside 50, none yet by Launceston. 6 for Clarence for that quarter. Intercept marks, Clarence going on their merry way there. They've taken 12, another 6 that quarter, and most of those in defensive 50. And Launceston just the one that quarter for 5.
Very chilling stat, isn't it, Max? There's no inside 50
marks
there for Launceston in that first half.
But you also look at what they've got down there to take a big, strong pack mark. They don't have anyone to do that at the moment. Jamison House is the only one. He's playing deep in the forward. He's starting in the goal square, so it's a big ask to be able to, the Joneses, the Hyatts, all these guys to, do a hit-up lead and, take a contested mark. So
the individual stats, thanks to Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell at the Launceston Footy Club to half-time. Ryan Tyrrell, 12 possessions. Jamison House, 11. Dylan Riley, 9. Sam Foley, 7. Jaden Hines, 8. And Jaden Hines, 6. Jake Hines, 6. And Baxter Norton to half-time. Just have a look at his stats there. Scrolling down, I'll try and find that one after the break because it's just escaped me at the moment. But here it is, Baxter Norton. What's that? 13 to half-time, 10 kicks and 3 handballs. So he's the leading possession getter on the ground. Bo, have you got something down there for us, mate?
Yeah, just the hunt from Clarence down here is really obvious at ground level, and the Launceston coaching staff have talked about at length how they wanted to get to the ground ball first, and it hasn't really eventuated just yet. Obviously, the 2 goals for Launceston so far, so it's going to be a really interesting second half, boys.
Absolutely, Bo. And look at the conditions down there. I can still hear that breeze in our effects mic, so it's still pretty swirly down there.
Yeah, it's very breezy down here, and now that the Ricky Ponting stands covering the ground, it's there's a few little patches where the dew might even possibly come in because it's quite cold down here, and I think we'll see a few long sleeves down here.
Okay, no worries, mate.
Don't stand in the sun, Bo.
Thanks for that. We'll hear from you in the second half. We're going to take a break here. Oh, you got a late score, Max?
Just half-time in the N2FA Premier League Division preliminary final. Rocherlea 4-3-27, leading South Launceston 2-3-15.
No worries, and just that old scholar score again. It was the Saints 8-8-56, Uni 2-1-13. We better get to a break. We've got Ryan Rosendale after the break, who's been at, or is at, the Twin Ovals this afternoon, looking at the Kingborough versus North Launceston game. But at half-time here at Blundstone Arena, it's 5-5-35 Clarence, Launceston 2-1-13.
Play your cards right this winter with new LPG deals from Elgas. Whether you're moving in or you're settled in, make the switch online today. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Don't lose out this winter. Visit the website, choose your new deal and sign up today. Go online, www.elgas.com.au. Elgas, local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Do you or someone you love need a helping hand at home? Get the immediate home care help you need through Community Care Tasmania's Dial an Angel service. Help can be arranged for just a few hours or longer. Now you can buy Dial an Angel gift vouchers, the perfect gift for a loved one. Visit our website, cct.org.au. Dial an Angel care services delivered by people you can trust. Ring Dial an Angel now on 1300 722 400 or 6334 0990 or visit cct.org.au. At Community Care Tasmania, we put your care first. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
You're listening to great TSL action, Tasmanian State League football on City Park Radio.
Welcome back here to Blundstone Arena. It's a bit of a chilly day here, but gee, the sun's shining and there's a lot of people out there having a bit of a kick at half-time, which is great to see. And there's another big game out the Twin Ovals this afternoon. It's the qualifying final between North Launceston and the Tigers. And just looking at the score here, it's a pretty low scoring. And down there for the Mercury newspaper this afternoon is Mr. Ryan Rosendale. Good day, Ryan.
G'day, Dave. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Are you in the sunshine somewhere, getting out of the wind?
No, mate. Very, very blustery down here at the pub. It's probably similar to what you're feeling over at Belrive. And with that comes a low-scoring game, mate. Just a 4-point margin at half-time. So very windy, but there. A lot of feeling in this one. Both teams clearly not wanting to have to play next week and get that direct passage. Get a win today and get the direct passage through the granny in a couple of weeks.
So what is the half-time score there, mate?
Half-time score is North Lonnie leading by 4 points, 3-3-21 to the Tigers, 2-5-17. 2 goals to Brad Cox-Goodger in that quarter gave the Bombers a lead, one with Sam Simpson kick one in the first quarter. And for the Tigers, Tyler Carter and James Easton both kicked goals in the first quarter. So Tigers held goalless in that second quarter by the Bombers.
So which team do you think's on top, or looking at a pretty even contest at the moment?
Oh, it's pretty even across the board, Dave, but I think the Bombers have definitely had first use in the centre through Alex Lee in the ruck. He spent a little bit of time forward in that second quarter, but definitely been giving the Bombers first use. Skipper and Simpson definitely got on top in that second quarter in the middle. So I think the Bombers are probably on top around the ground in the middle, but the Tigers definitely not out of this one, that's for sure.
Now, we know those the big fellas for the Tigers can be pretty dangerous, Tompkinson, Gardner and Carter. How have the Bombers gone against trying to nullify their dominance?
Yeah, as I said, plenty of feel in this one. A lot of that is with Jack Tompkinson. He's definitely throwing his weight around. He's been in a few off-the-ball things behind the play, and he's had a lot of free kicks go against him in the ruck. So they've been able to nullify him well. I think he's probably losing that battle in the ruck against Leeds in a minute, but he's probably played 80% in the ruck, and Gardner's probably rested forward and played that 20% along with Tompkinson. So I think if they can get on top in the ruck and really nullify the influence of Alex Lee and his tap work in there, that'll go a long way. And the Tigers trying to get a win here today.
2 players I'm really interested in, Ryan, are the inclusions today for the Tigers. That's Kieran Lovell and Nick Baker, who's coming back from a really serious finger injury. How have they gone so far in the first half?
Yeah, probably worked going into the game a little bit. Kieran was probably a bit slow to come in. He worked his way into the game. Well, obviously he's been out for I think 3 or 4 weeks now with that calf issue, and then as you said, Dave, Nick Baker hasn't played since I think off the top of my head maybe around 8 or 9 with that finger, and he's done a few good things. Baker, as you can probably assume, he's going to take a little bit of time to get back into the game, and a lot of talk during the week around was it a risk to bring him in, but I'd say so far it hasn't been. When he's had the footy in his hands, he's done some good things with it, but definitely those guys have taken a little bit of time to work the game and have been out for an extended period with injury.
And who's impressed you for the Northern Bombers?
Probably the captain in that second quarter. Ben Simpson was really, really influential. Brad Cox-Goodger has been clearly the influence up forward. He's gone in, I think, 3 marks and 2 goals. Connie Young had a really, really strong first quarter. Probably took Jack Tomlinson when he was taken forward. Blake Sulzberger in the middle. Obviously, he's playing in the first final today for a different day, but he's been really influential early. And probably Jack him in on the outside. He's been giving the Bombers plenty of run on that wing on the upper side of the Ovals.
No worries, Ryan. Look, we'll let you go because we can hear that wind howling down there at the Twin Ovals. Who do you think wins from here?
I'd say North Lonnie from here, Dave. They've probably got scoring end in the next quarter, so if they can kick a few with the scoring end and hold on late, they look like they're probably the team to beat at the minute. But to be fair, it's anyone's game. I think these two sides obviously have been the benchmark all year. They've played in some pretty tight contests, so I think it'll be hard to pick a winner from here, but I might go with your mock from up north.
No worries. Thanks, Ryan, for joining us here on City Park Radio.
Thanks, Dave. Cheers, mate.
Thanks there to Ryan Rosendale, who's with the Mercury newspaper down at Twin Ovals. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we've got a lot of scores to give you from all around the state, games that have happened and games that are happening. So we'll run through the call of the card in just a moment.
Barrett's Music is proud to support music in Tasmania in many forms. In fact, we've been supporting music in our community for decades. We value music participation in Tassie, so we can help you get started with expert advice on hand. With a wide range of instruments in stock, plus great learning resources and interest-free purchase plans, we can help you discover the music in you. Call into Barrett's at 104 George Street, Launceston, or phone 6331 9355. Barrett's Music, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Now, there are a few listeners of this station that still haven't downloaded the Community Radio Plus app, which lets you tune in anywhere, even way out here. G'day, Marco.
Whoa, where did you come?
I'm just here to help you download our app. Pass me your phone.
Okay.
Now you can listen to us wherever you are and even share the station with your friends. There you go.
Oh, sweet.
See ya. Okay. Download the Community Radio Plus app for yourself, or I suppose you can just wait for me to do it for you. Eventually.
Being a member of City Park Radio brings you closer to our community because it's community radio, staffed by volunteers who love what they do.
It's easy to become a member and pay little for the pleasure of listening to City Park Radio for around $1 a week.
Community radio is listener-subscriber radio.
Check out the subscription page on our website, cityparkradio.com, or phone us on 6334 3344.
City Park Radio.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Elgas, call 13 1161, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Dave Moore, Max Walker. Matthew's not with us today. Max Walker, Dave Gruber, also Bo Down. I'm down on the boundary this afternoon. We've got AFL underway. That's sort of slipped under my guard, Max, and looks like the Giants now were in front. The Saints led early, but it's 3-2-20 the Giants to secure a 2-2-14. So that's deep in the first quarter. Great news today, the Tasmania Devils 9-8-62 defeated the Gippsland Power 5-15-45. So going through to the semi-finals next week, or preliminary finals, the Devils, that's great news. 2 years in a row they've reached that level. Max, you'll keep an eye there on the NTFA Div 1 Grand Final.
Yes, just a moment ago, Dave, it was Old Scotch 61 to St Pat's 37, so starting to get a bit of gap in there. That's deep into the third quarter.
Yeah, it was close at half-time, wasn't it?
It was close at half-time, so Scotch have undefeated all year, I think, Dave, if I recall, and one of the earlier results, which I think you've read as well, was Longford reserves were successful over Bridgenorth, and Bridgenorth again a side that hadn't lost all year and have gone out in straight sets in the finals. So
I'll give you the score in that game. Longford 5-6-36 defeated Bridgenorth 4-5-29. So Longford versus South Launceston in the Premier Division Grand Final next week.
So they'll be going for a three-peat, the Longford reserves.
Okay. D-League this afternoon, earlier game here, it was Lauderdale 12-8-80 defeated Clarence 6-8-44. So Lauderdale now will go forward and play North Launceston next week, probably up in Launceston, because North Launceston were defeated today by 2 points by North Hobart, 6-8-44 to the Bombers 6-6-42. Other scores I can give you was NTFA Women's Division 1 today, the grand final. Deloraine 3-6-24 defeated Meander Valley 2-3-15. In the under-18s, in the NTFA, it was Old Scotch 6-6-42 defeating South Launceston at 6-5-41, just 1 point there. So Old Scotch, I think, play Georgetown next week in the grand final.
Yes, they do, Dave. Yep, so Georgetown, good bunch of young kids down there. They've got them all together from all areas around the region, and come together really, really well, the young boys there.
Old Scotch won the reserves in NTFA Division 1, 10-4-64 defeated St Pat's 7-9-51.
And it's three-quarter time at York Park. Old Scotch 9-9-63 to St Patrick's 5-7-37. So bit of work to do there by the Saints in the last quarter, but Scotch is led by one of the players that we've called a lot in the last couple of years.
Fletcher Seymour
at Launceston Footy Club, gone back to his school background club and playing really good footy. Had a bit of a break during the season. He might have wandered off to Europe for a few weeks and come back and could be in receipt of another cup if it goes his way in the next half hour.
Old Scholars reserves today. It was Hutchins 76 defeated OHA 48. So congratulations to Hutchins. It was half time in the seniors. It was St Virgil's 8-8-56, Uni 2-1-13. What else can I give you? The SFL Colts today it was Lindisfarne 8-8-56 defeated Brighton 3-7-25. I think that's about all I've got. Max, I don't know if you want to repeat that last score you had in the SFL.
Yeah, that was a half-time score, Dave. I haven't had an update since then, but Dodgers Ferry was 6-6-42 leading... Sorry, correction. Cygnet was 6-6-42 leading Dodgers Ferry 1-4-10 at half-time.
Okay, so there's the call of the card. Hopefully it was appreciated by people out there. They like to listen to the footy and get the scores at the other games. Don't forget, next week, wherever the footy is, will be there. So, well, we're not sure where the preliminary finals will be or who'll be in them because we've still got 2 live games here. But we'll try our best to cover whatever's happening next week in the TSL. And we're hoping also to cover the NTFA Premier Division Grand Final as well. Wait and see how it all falls out when the fixtures are released post-game tonight. Okay, Max, both teams are out, the umpires are out. And really, this first 5-10 minutes is going to be pretty crucial for Launceston, isn't it?
Yeah, look, Clarence have got the aid of that breeze that's out there again now, so they'd be really keen and positive knowing that they scored 4 goals to nothing in that first quarter, and they'd be really keen to just continue in that same vein. They played a lot of fast attacking footy. There was no slow play, there was no kicking it sideways. They were just content on moving the ball forward as quickly as they could, as long as they could, to get it down into their forward line. They had really, really good, some fluid movement in that. They had under and in and under.
And they had the dangerous Bryce Al-Holmes, didn't they?
Yeah, Al-Holmes, and you throw Noah Holmes back there too, and James Holmes has been very busy all over the field where he is. So. Launceston are going to be really under the pump. The first 15 minutes of this quarter, if they can keep them from scoring 3 or 4 goals like they did in that first quarter, the Launceston defence, they'd be really confident in knowing that they're fit. They've done it before.
That's right.
On this ground a couple of years ago, we remember that they came back over the top. I think it was Clarence on that day as well. So
they'll be really anxious, I think, not to let the lead get out too far. If they can be within a certain 3 to 4 goals at three-quarter time,
they'll
back their
very
fitness.
Confident to be able to come over the top.
But Clarence, of course, fresh off a magnificent win last week against the Tigers, they're playing probably the best footy for the season at the moment, at the right time. And we wanting to go deep into these finals on their home ground. So about to get underway. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Umpires today, Ben Bannister, Riley Stevenson and Brad Percy. And it's umpire Bannister get proceedings underway in the second half. A big second half for both teams. They won't want to see their season finish here. I want another crack at it next week. And who'll get that crack? We're about to find out. Ball's thrown up in the middle. Taken by Deegan Madden. He's tackled from behind by Green. Almost a suplex move there. As Groobs loves his WWE. Did I get that right, Groobs? Is that a suplex?
It looked like it, something like it.
Something like a suplex. There we go.
It was effective anyway.
It was. No free kick. Ball up. Green with the tap. Jack Preshaw overruns it. Another stoppage. Right in the middle of Blundstone Arena. Looks a picture today, as it always does. 2 arenas here. UTAS Stadium and Blundstone Arena. Great surfaces to play on. It's been such a dry winter down here. There's not one skerrick of mud on this arena. Another ball up. By Bannister's busy throwing it up at the minute. Who's going to win a decisive clearance? It's going to be Baxter Norton, but he's tackled from behind by Gillow. He somehow gets it out only as far as Colin McCormack. Work back now towards Campbell Atkins. He chisels a little kick here, looking for Hines, but taking off his Ollie Preshaw. He's eventually paid the mark. Grooves doesn't believe it. He thought that Hines had the first touch.
So did Hines.
So did, I think a lot of people did. There's Keegan Wiley now with a long penetrating kick, one of the best in the business. That long kick out of defence. Gets to the wing to Jack Preshaw. He kicks up here looking for James Holmes. Jaden Hines did pretty well, front position, knocks it out of play. Boundary throw in, attacking side of the wing. Clarence in front.
And again, they managed, Dave, to move that ball from deep in half back to their half forward without too much trouble, which is a bit of a concern for Launceston. There's just not a lot of pressure being applied when they're carrying the ball, Clarence.
Holmes with a tap beautifully to Baxter Norton. 13 possessions in the first half. Inside 50. Borsboom snaps for goal. Ryan Borsboom, which way will it bounce? The wrong way for Clarence. Offline at one behind. So they move on to 5 goals, 6-36. Leading Launceston 2-1-13. 2 minutes into the third quarter. With the ball with Sam Foley, shielding his eyes from the sun. Now he makes a decisive move to the far side with a long kick. Hines takes a bit of a mark, Jake Hines. He's one player that lifted in that second quarter after a quiet first quarter. Kicks high to the wing. Tyrrell front position, that might be a free kick, it is.
Yep.
It's shepherding, is it? Yep.
Yeah, just tunnelled him a little bit, like just didn't make a genuine effort to mark that Tyrrell, whereas the other bloke was trying to get to it.
The other bloke there was Baxter Norton. It's it forward to Howard. Now to Holmes, the big fella, picks it up. Snaps from 45 to the goal square. James Holmes. Does he mark it? No, he doesn't. Second grab, third grab, couldn't take it. Foley, tough handball there for House, but he gathers it in. Back now to Campbell Atkins, has to kick straight away. They're going to cough it up here. It'll come back in through Beerley. Little kicks, nice one. He finds Keegan Ryan, who points to the goals and said, I'm going to have a crack.
Just composure there, wasn't it?
Out of defence, yep.
Yep, and a rush kick there by Campbell Atkins when he could have given another handball out. House had given it to him, and just didn't have the composure and the awareness of what was around him. Bit of a rush kick out there, and came back pretty quick, and we find it in the hands of Keegan Ryan shooting for goal.
Keegan Ryan, 45-degree angle, will deliver from about 45 out. Towards the river end goal. Almost a mark there on the line to Holmes, but it spills off his chest. In fact, it was out of bounds on the full. Let's hit the behind post first. And I think, the umpire's changed his mind. It certainly was touched before he hit that behind post. So it'll be a boundary throw in.
Good work there by the goal umpire,
yes,
helping the young fella out on the boundary. Sun was in his eyes, I reckon, Dave, there.
Definitely. Holmes, does he do a Hawkins and take it out of the ruck? He tries to. Little handball back now. Baxter Norton. Now to Jack Preshaw. Left foot snap. It'll curl inside for a goal to Jack Preshaw. And his teammates get around him. That was a fine shot on goal from 40 out. And that's a big goal to start this third quarter. And it's a 6th goal for Clarence. And their lead extends now 6-5-41. Beg your pardon, 6-6-42, leading Launceston 2-1-13. And a fine snap and conversion there from Jack Preshaw.
Yeah, it was. It just had the right amount of twist on it, didn't it? Just kept coming around and around and around. Probably didn't clear that left goal post by much, but you don't have to clear it by much, Dave. You just have to miss it, which he did, and really fine shot, that one. So
it's just he's reached his peak, well, he's hopefully a long peak for Jack Preshaw. He's one of those ones that's come up through the ranks at Clarence, and now is a really good senior footballer. Plays on ball. And we go now with Tyrrell. Tyrrell's kick's not great. Inside 50. I think it's their first entry for the quarter. Baker Smith trails it towards the boundary. Doesn't make it to the boundary, though, as the Launceston player picks up his tackle immediately. I think that's their first inside 50 for the quarter group.
It was a very shallow one.
Very shallow one, but no, it's going to be counted. Pen has written it down on the sheet. Madden wins the tap. Now we've got a free kick, a whistle on play. And it's going Clarence's way. It's back to the goal kicker, Jack Preshaw. Low kick, it's not good. Mark drop there by Gillow. Now it comes out to Jared Harper. Goes wider here looking for James Holmes. He keeps his feet. Can he keep it in? He can't. Jaden Hines did pretty well in the contest. Twin Ovals, no score as yet. They're a little bit behind us. They're just 3 minutes into the third quarter. And it's still a 4-point lead to North Launceston.
STFL, Dave, three-quarter time score has just come through. Signet 10-10-70. Dodgers Ferry 3-5-23, so they're well on their way to another grand final against the other club from down that way too, isn't it?
Ollie Preshaw this time has kicked another one.
They're sharing them.
And good work there by Clarence. They just worked it inside 50. And the Preshaw boys leading the way for Clarence in this third quarter. And Ollie Preshaw snaps another one. And that lead now is out beyond 5 goals. 7-6-48 to 2-1-13.
I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're doing all right now, Clarence. And again, it's not pretty the way they're getting the ball in there. They're just continually surging the ball, and it makes it hard for defenders when it comes in that quick to do much about it. But the ball hits the ground. They make the most of it every time, and that time it was young Ollie Preshaw.
Yep, that's his second for the day. One in the second quarter, one in the third quarter. So we've got a whistle on play from the centre square. It's going to be Jared Harper. That's his time. The top of the 50. Holmes is there. That's Noah Holmes. Connor McCormack, little fumble. Back to Noah Holmes. Releases Bush. Now to Keegan Ryan. Trying to find Ollie Preshaw. Dylan Riley's in the way. Handballs to Atkins. Atkins torpedoes it out of defensive 50. Holds up in the breeze. Nick Billy with the spoil. Whistle on play. It's going to go the way of Isaac Hyatt. It's a quiet sort of day. Kicks a nice one here, looking for Hines. Doesn't win the free kick. Yes, he does. The whistle was a bit slow there. Jake Hines. Back into the centre circles. The lead up here is Liam Jones. Ventured a long way outside, attacking 50. And the leading goal kickers in the comp this year. He'll be right in line for a Team of the Year spot this year. Young Liam Jones. Nice kick towards House, who takes a strong mark inside 50. Hyatt can't quite take it. Has the recovery. Tackled from behind. Picking up his Wheeler. Getting through is Bailey Gillow. Takes a bounce. Kicks to the top of the 50. Jake Hines is there. But so is Ollie Preshaw, who can't quite take it. And it's going to be a ball up to the top of the goal square.
Did really well there, Kenny, and is it Jake Hines who's getting up? No, Gillow. It was 4v2, so they managed to just hold the ball in there for another deep forward 50 entry this time, groups.
There's the tap out to space. Jake Hines, can he take advantage? Tackle there. Harry Fisher's in there. It's going to be taken over the boundary line. Keegan Ryan lays the tackle. Now we're going to be a push and shove. Jake Hines involved.
Yeah, he just gave away a free kick. Just pretty much ragdolled the Clarence weight laying on the ground. Can't afford to do that when it's deep in your 50. It's a boundary throw in and give the ball away, and it's going to come outside 50 now.
Harry Fisher deep in defence. Almost gets his kick smothered, but gets it up the wing. Noah Holmes off his hands, out of bounds. Down he throw in.
Good spoil there by Pfeiffer.
Tigers have kicked a couple of quick ones at Twin Ovals, including Tyler Carter. I think he's kicked the previous one, so they lead now by 9 points in the third quarter.
15-33, St Kilda GWS in front.
Okay. And he lead early, so Harper now puts his teammate Whitelaw in a lot of pressure. So no prize, says the umpire. Clarence, 35 points to the good of Launceston. We've been playing 10 minutes in this third quarter. Comes in out of Baxter Norton, does well. His handball's not great. Liam Canny, now to Riley. Over the top to Wheeler. He's got Canny now. 40 out, Canny, centering ball. Not great, and plenty of Clarence defenders there. Might have had a shot on goal almost there, Canny. Might have got within range, but that breeze was pretty swirly. Did the centering ball instead. Your thoughts, Max?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a bad option, really. Probably a little bit too far out and had a bit too much pace up to Seti because he had a Clarence guy on his tail, but again, just didn't have the numbers at the top of the square there to make be able to, grab the mark.
Jared Harper tackled, and it's another ball up. Sam Green up against Madden. Sam Green chases it. Harper, though, takes it. Howard's kick not effective. We get another stoppage inside attacking 50. Dave Grouper, what have you got inside 50s wise this quarter?
5 to Clarence, 3 to Launceston. Clarence back on top again. Similar to the first quarter, 7 to Launceston, it's just a 1.
Keegan Ryan tries to work a handball clear, but House gets it to Madden. High ball. Players under it. Gee, almost a mark there to Hines. From the spillage, mopping up there is Whitelaw. He goes wide, it bounces inside the boundary. Boundary throw in far side. Max, you got a score there in St Pat's versus Old Scotch.
Yeah, slipping away from St Pat's here. It's 70 to 43 at the 11 and a half minute mark of the final quarter.
Massive lead to St Virgil's at North Hobart. They lead 17-13, 1-15 to Uni 4-4, 28 at 3-quarter time. The ruck contest using his strength there was Josh Gillow. But it's come now towards Paprotny. In a big first half. Now to Keegan Ryan. Handball wasn't great towards Jared Harper. They might cough it up here. Benchy little kick comes forward through Karen Howlett. Bouncing ball. Met by James Holmes. Now to Harper. Harper's handball misses the mark, but Bush makes it look good. Now Paprotny swings a kick to half forward. Murrell was in there, laid the spoil. But taking away Seth Pfeiffer with a little bit of dash. Pfeiffer in the Hines direction, but the spoil's pretty good there from behind. Picked that player up, but he had the better of Hines in that application. It was Liam Howard. He's been one of their best back there.
Yep, he's certainly probably played on Hines a little bit as well when he's been deep, so he's played really well.
35 points the margin, so Launceston yet to score in this quarter. In fact, they haven't scored going to the left of screen in this game as yet. Off the contest now. Clarence clear it towards the wing. Off hands, but it's going to be against Avery Thomas. Advantage paid. Keegan Ryan takes a bounce. Kicks up here looking for Al Holmes, who comes from a long way behind. Josh Gillow did okay. Now the tackle laid. It'll be a ball up, 40 out from Clarence's goal.
Good defence then, just bottled it up. And
so Josh Gillow's now gone back to Al Holmes. So
Foley's coming out.
Yep, he might even run the ball here. He gets his clearance right on cue. Torpedoes it to the centre circles. Canny tries to spin out of a tackle. Getting in there was Whitelaw. Over the top with the handball to Jones. Speeds through traffic. Gets caught from behind. Holding the ball, Liam Jones. James Bealey with the tackle. That's his second big tackle today. We saw him lay a beautiful tackle. I think it was on Bailey Gillow in the last quarter, or the previous quarter. Chance now, Howlett. Howard it was. Straight to a whole heap of Launceston players. Avery Thomas drops it. Now he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's gone.
I don't think Mitch Thorpe will be all that happy with that. There was 4 Launceston players, not a Clarence player within 20 metres of them.
The youngster.
No communication at all.
So Ryan Borsboom now. Max was chatting to his father before. Pretty confident. There's Ryan Borsboom, 40 out. Slight angle to the river end. Sets it up. Has it got the distance? It hasn't. It's the goal post off hands. One behind. 7-7, 49 Clarence. Launceston 2-1-13. 15 minutes gone. Quarter number 3. Long out of defence through Jaden Hines this time. Oh, gee, that was almost a spectacular mark. In fact, it's paid over there to Liam Jones. He's drifting up the ground, getting more involved in the game, Max.
He is, and he's had to come right out of the forward. We only see him as a forward most of the time, don't we? You know, small forward, very creative, really good with the ball normally, but he's having to sneak right down into the back line to get a few possessions at the moment.
Kicks up the wing, off hands, out of bounds.
Inside 50s this quarter would start to be a little bit lopsided
yes,
again.
They are. Groups, talk to us.
7 for Clarence and just the 3 for Launceston.
Yep.
And 2 goals, 2 from those 7 entries.
Still no marks inside 50 for Lonnie?
Not yet.
No, none for the game as yet. Still a chance that they can just get a couple of late goals in this quarter. Tackle laid on the Clarence player on the wing there. So another stoppage. We've had a lot of stoppages today. Hasn't been the prettiest game of footy. Tough conditions, finals footy. And by Bannister. Throws it up. Holmes with the tap. Over here towards Murrell. Tackled, another stoppage. Update, Max?
No, still 25 points at, we call it UTAS, hadn't we?
Yes.
Rather than York Park, but 25 points in favour of the Thistles. Might possibly be singing the old Zippity Doodah song later.
Correct. 3 big wins for them today. They won the preliminary final in the under-18s, and they won the premiership also in the reserves.
Just trying to get a score from Blue Gum Park in the Premier League prelim at the moment, man.
There's Launceston bring it away here. Chance to go forward. That's taken by Ollie Preshaw, who sells some candy. Little kicks, a beautiful kick inside 50. And it's going to be with Colby Whitelaw, 45 out, or a bit closer to 50 out, 45-degree angle. He got the pass from Propotny.
Just a well-weighted kick to Propotny to start with. I think he's in a better position than what
Colby Whitelaw
is now. Like, I would have taken the shot from where I was. It's just probably a little bit of unselfishness to put it out here to Whitelaw.
He has faith in Colby Whitelaw's kicking ability. Let's see how he goes. Sets it out to the left. It stays left. Thumped through by Pfeiffer. One behind. 7-8-50 plays 2-1-13. So 2 goals, 3 to zip in this third quarter. Not what the Blues needed. Out of the defensive goal square, Hines. Short little kick to Presnell. Thinks about playing on. Steadies now. Clarence filled the space. Finds Canny, but it overcooks the kick. Spills off hands now to Jaden Hines. Lazy kick up the wing. Taken by Ollie Preshaw, who's really lifted this quarter. It's a lovely goal. Low kick here, looking for Howard. Fumble. Knocked off it by Jaden Hines. Has support. Holmes comes through to Propotny, who's met by 3 Blues. Releases it. Baker Smith this way, that away. Noah Holmes back to Howard, back to Ollie Preshaw. Slams on the boot. Nice thump away there by Presnell in the contest. Out of bounds.
Just looking at Tyrrell down there at the moment. Not quite sure. One for
Bo down there to have a look at.
Have a look at when he gets a chance.
He's holding his shin at the moment.
Pain,
So it's the last player they can afford to lose at the moment. He's going to hobble off. Assisted by 2 trainers. Ryan Tyrrell, luckily he's close to the interchange area. Can't put a lot of weight on that right foot. From the boundary throw in. Holmes, the tap. Murrell can't pick it up. Launceston player tackled. Ball up on the attacking 50. That was Isaac Hyatt, who just stays down a little bit as well. Is he holding his toe like he's cramped? I think he has.
Must be hotter down there, Dave, than it is up here.
That's right.
Not going to cramp up here, are we, Group?
Absolutely not. Noah Holmes. G comes through the big fella. Noah Holmes, goal of the day. Hits the post. G just went straight through like the forward that he used to be. And wanted that goal. But he hit the post on the right-hand side. 7-9-51, 2-1-13. Quick kick out. Not bad, gets a lot of distance. Spills to Foley. His kick smothered. Ricochets back to Canning. Now to Gillow. Hyatt under pressure to Jones. It's good footy by Launceston. One handball too many. G. Presnell was met by Baker Smith. He's not getting up in a hurry. I haven't used that phrase for a while, but that was a little bit of a hospital handball for Lockie Presnell.
I reckon you're glad he didn't take it cleanly, because if he did, he probably would have been escorted out of the ground in a van, I reckon.
Baker Smith there came through as the tackle was laid by Keegan Ryan.
Another injury here to Launceston now.
Keegan Madden.
One of their ruckmen, Madden, getting up very slowly. Getting a bit of feeling in the game at the moment.
So next stoppage we might get down to Bo to see if he's seen anything on the Tyrrell injury. Jack Preshaw swings on the left foot. Up the wing. Bouncing ball. House slams it on the boot. Bouncing ball 3 against 1. They have the numbers Launceston, but the 1 is doing okay. That was Liam Howard. In fact, Ryan Borsby it was. Taken now by Presnell. This way, that away. Left foot off balance. Hangs in the air. Gillow can't quite take it. They just can't get forward at the moment, the Blues. Here's a chance. Jaden Hines. He kicks inside 50. Can they take a grab? They can. Dylan Riley. That's a fine mark. Their first mark inside 50 today, Grooms. I stand corrected.
That's correct.
That's correct. So Dylan Riley, who's been shifted forward, that was a great pack mark. And a chance just to give them a little bit of a glimmer going to the last quarter.
It's in good hands. We wouldn't like to put the mockers on him, Dave, but a known goal kicker.
Right in front, no excuses here. 25 out. Dylan Riley has missed. Max was about to write it down.
Would have been his second for the day. Kick one in the second.
Bo, have you got something on Brian Tyrrell?
Yeah, guys, it looks like it might be a heel injury to Tyrrell. He's going on the massage bench right now. And Madden also looks like it might be a right knee injury. He's quite upset down here on the bench, guys. I'll bring him more soon.
No worries, thanks, Bo. So, yeah, it's all happening down there for the Blues, injury-wise. Let's hope both players can get back into this game. Baker Smith with a long kick to the wing. Offhand, Jack Preshaw might have got a push in the back. He did. Play on now through Ollie Preshaw. Waits the kick to half forward. Charging out there. That was Fife. Did okay. Gets possession back to Avery Thomas. Runs into trouble. Atkins to Presnell. Back to Atkins. Swings the kick to the wing. There's that man again, Jack Preshaw.
It's probably been one of the big differences in today between Clarence and Launceston. Just the pressure that Launceston have been under every time they've had possession of the ball. They haven't really had too many clear runs at it, have they?
Jack Preshaw, long kick towards half forward, off hands. Yeah, look, I've been just that Clarence on ball division. Baxter Norton, he's faded a little bit, but he's when the game was there to be won, it's still to be won. But he had that big first quarter. Jack Preshaw, really impressive. Ollie Preshaw. They've got the players around the ball. Oscar Paprotny comes out. That man, Jack Preshaw. He's tackled, not going anywhere. Ball up. So just having a quick look at the AFL there. And gee, the Giants now up by 5 goals, still in the second quarter. So it can be dangerous if they get a little bit further in the finals, Max.
Yeah, yes, not quite sure how the draw's structured, but
they've got to play the loser
of tonight.
Yes, tonight, that's correct. Yeah, which will be tough in a state trip, but they're used to that. Now it comes now to Bailey Gillow. Plays a bit of volleyball with it. Ooh, big block there laid. Jamison House not happy with the block laid by Nick Bealey. A little bit of push and shove. Anyway, Keegan Wiley with a free kick. Back to Sam Green. He's got a runner. Telegraphs the handball now to Harry Fisher. Comes off the back line. Lovely kick, Harry Fisher.
Lovely weighted kick.
I think that might be Kieran Howlett. There's a few boys in the long sleeves today. There's Liam Howard. Kicks to the goal square. Al Holmes there. Off hands. Snap Kieran Howlett this time. It bounces just inside. And it bounces out of bounds.
Only been a couple of goals in this quarter, Dave, so it's not going to be a long one. Nearly 24 and a half minutes, so I wouldn't expect it to go much more than 26, 27 minutes. Not a lot of stoppages apart from your standard ball ups, but wouldn't Launceston love to just get it down the other end real quickly and sneak one?
Holmes to Harper, kick smothered. Jack Preshaw offline, one behind. See what the margin's blown out at the Twin Ovals, Max. Kingborough 55, lead North Launceston 21.
Wow.
And that's 22 minutes into the third quarter.
If it goes the way that it is there and continues the way here, wouldn't it be a great prelim final?
North and Clarence, traditional.
Oh, they've had some good contests over the last 15, 20 years.
Forget the helicopters. House now bumps it forward. Josh Gillow tries to get through 2 tackles. But they've been unable to do that all day, Launceston. Unable to break those tackles. And a message there from Ryan Rosendale. And he says that Lovell has been injured and hasn't appeared after half-time. So that could be a big blow for the Tigers, but they might have a week off, which might help. In the forward line now for Launceston. Riley's tackled. Out of play through Harry Fisher.
Unlucky not to get a free. I thought Baker might have just, or Baker Smith I should say, might have just sat on his back there. Made it a little bit hard for Dylan Riley to do much at all. Still trying to get a 3/4 time score from Blue Gum Park.
Okay. See if we can get that. I think Scotch is still on top of some pats last time we looked there. As Jake Hines, quick kick, not 15 I don't reckon. Borsboon couldn't take it. There'll be another ball up, this time 30 metres out from Launceston's goal. Dave Grib, we haven't been here for a while for some stats.
Inside 50s, 9 to Clarence, 5 to Launceston, and Clarence is still well on top there, 12 for the quarter to Launceston 6.
Okay, Sam Green takes it out of the ruck. It's knocked forward. Quick kick forward there by Keegan Ryan. He's pushed in the back. I think it might be downfield. And it's immaterial as that long burst of the siren tells us it's three-quarter time here at Blundstone Arena. And Clarence in that quarter, 2 goals, 5. They go out now to 7-10-52. No, the Launceston, beg your pardon, 1 behind in that quarter, so they're out to 2-2-14. 38 points the margin, Max.
Better give the goal kickers, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't done it all day. But,
no, we haven't done that. What was it?
No, I will. Yeah. You're a busy man today, Dave. You're 1 man short, so happy to forgive you for that. Leading goal scorer on the ground at the moment, all kicked in the first. Started like a house on fire. Bryce Alloms with 3. Ollie Presnall with 2. Preshaw, sorry. And singles to the other Preshaw boy, Jack. And Karen Howlett. And for Launceston, Jake Hines 1 and Dylan Riley 1.
Okay, we got there with the goal kickers eventually. Thank you there to Max Walker. Gee, it's really blown out, as I said, at Twin Oval. Still playing third quarter, 9-8-62. Kingborough, North Launceston 3-3-21. And here, it's a 38-point margin. It's Clarence 7-10-52, Launceston 2-2-14. I'm just filling in a little bit because Groves is just about to collate his stats. And he's done that, so Groves, fire away.
Right. To three-quarter time hitouts, Clarence 43 to Launceston 28. Clearances to three-quarter time, 31 for Clarence and 18 for Launceston. Inside 50s, Clarence 31, Launceston 25. Marks inside 50, Clarence have 10 to Launceston, took their first in that quarter. Intercept marks, Launceston 5, Clarence 15. And free kicks, Clarence has 22 to Launceston 18.
Okay, so intercept marks 15-5. That tells a bit of a story too about their delivery inside attacking 50, Max.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Clarence have just been dominant.
Yeah, look, they've just got that little bit of extra height as well, haven't they? You know, whilst you look at probably their number 1 ruckman today, Sam Green, doesn't look all that big from here, but obviously he's doing something right down there because he's dominating the rucks, ably well backed up by Noah Holmes when he needs a chop out, whereas Launceston a little bit undersized in that department, and just their ball use around the ground. They've hit their targets a lot more consistently, which the stats show, than what Launceston has, and just the way they've used the ball as well. They've had the opportunity to just have that little bit of time on their side today. Haven't seen a real pressure side come with Launceston in those first 3 quarters, and it's just allowed Clarence to be a lot more composed, allowed them to carry the ball a little bit further.
Yep.
Haven't seen any great runs in 2 or 3 bounces or anything like that, but they've just been able to link up from half back to the wing to half forward, deep into the forward line, take a mark, get a crumb, goal.
Absolutely, it's a big lead at three-quarter time to Clarence. 7-10-52, leading Launceston 2-2-14. Back here in just a moment.
Play your cards right this winter with new LPG deals from Elgas. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Go online, www.elgas.com.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
What if I told you there's a job out there where you can really make a difference? Where you can inspire others and be inspired? Where your workmates make you laugh constantly? Not only that, but you could work from home, set your own days and hours, and find financial freedom. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. If you love working with children, join our Thrive Group family and become one of our family daycare educators. Give us a call on 6341 1555 or visit thrivegroup.org.au. Thrive Group, proud sponsor of City Park Radio.
A Clockwork Orange. A play with music. The Launceston Players presents an all-female cast to bring you a unique interpretation of the futuristic world that Anthony Burgess developed in his famous book, A Clockwork Orange, a satirical black comedy with the music of Beethoven. A Clockwork Orange at Earl Arts Centre from September 7th. Tickets available from the Princess Theatre box office or theatrenorth.com.au. The Launceston Players, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Elgas, call 13 11 61, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Welcome back here, City Park Radio team at Blundstone Arena as the Launceston huddle is it's breaking up as Clarence still in together. Close as a unit, being addressed there by Peter Ryan. Margin here 38 points. The margin at Twin Ovals is 47 points. And in this quarter, 2 goals to Tyler Carter, 2 goals to Jake Williams and a goal to James Zeitzen has really blown the contest apart. I'm going to get down now to Bo Downer, who's just been down with the Clarence huddle. They've just broken apart. What do you got, Bo?
Yeah, just to finish it on their terms today, obviously the pressure's been outstanding from them the whole game, and well, they just said keep their cool because they're looking like they're going to go to a prelim. Obviously not preempting anything just yet, but they just spoke about to try and keep their cool around the contest, and of course they're going to try to get stuck in with me, Launceston. So Peter Ryan just again just saying keep your cool, guys. We're going to try to get into prelim next week.
No worries, thanks, Bo. And just before you go, Bo, anything on Ryan Tyrrell?
He looked to get it strapped. He's not on the bench right now. I think he's out there.
Must be back out. Yep.
As for Madden as well, he's out there as well.
Okay, so that's good news for Launceston. Yeah, look, when you get in a winning position in these sort of games, Max, it's all about trying to make sure that you're you get in that grand final.
Maintain it, get through without any injuries, nothing silly, all that sort of stuff. Tyrrell's gone deep in the forward line. Just a quick three-quarter time score, Premier League, NTFA, Rocher League. They've skipped away at three-quarter time, 9-7-61 to South Launceston 2-4-16.
Okay, back in the middle of Blundstone Arena, run away with Liam Jones getting the first clearance. Sweeping handball over there towards Connor McCormack. He goes wider here. Nick Bealey takes the mark. No, he doesn't. Can't get the third grab. Spitting out as Canny. Handball to Jamison House. Wheels round, kicks deep inside 50. Can they get the first one, Launceston? Himes from behind has to do the offensive spoil. It's hacked out of defence by Harry Fisher. Bouncing ball. It's going to come back in this time to Lockie Presnell, who takes the mark on attacking 50.
Started really well, Launceston, in this first minute of the last quarter. Been more positive than we've seen them all day. Quick ball movement, hitting their targets. Good defensive spoil down there when he couldn't mark it then by Hines.
Short, lovely to Canny, who takes the mark. He realised he probably didn't have the distance in him, did Lockie Presnell, and he had the lead-up position. They left the area free to the Clarence defence.
What do you reckon? Can he?
I think he can. He's a pretty canny player, is Liam Canny.
I've been wanting to do that all day, Dave.
There it is, Liam Canny for goal to start things off for Launceston. He's offline, 2-3-15 the Blues. Clarence 7-10-52. They desperately needed that one just to get a little bit of belief. Keegan Wiley threads the eye of the needle there, finds a teammate who drops an easy mark. Out of the back now here through Liam Howard to Jared Harper, the veteran. Kicks it up the wing here looking for Alones, who takes a mark. He set this game alight in the first quarter. Leans back on a kick, looking for Paprotny. Well done, Jack O'Neill, but Paprotny with recovery. This way, that away. Now to Ollie Preshaw, who's hemmed in against the boundary. Round the corner kick. Oh, gee, Pfeiffer dropped the mark. Chance, Jack Preshaw. Holmes, front position, marks. Noah Holmes, that is. And he's shifting in the forward line up against Riley. And once he had that front position, there's no way he was going to be spoiled from behind. And he's 40 out, 10 metres in from the boundary.
Just protected the ball drop really well, turned away from his opponent, so there was only one place the ball could drop, and that's into his arms, and took a relatively easy chest mark for a guy his size, and now he lines up from about 30, 35 metres out.
Noah Holmes could probably put the nail in the coffin. Fades a little bit with the breeze. Spoiled from behind by Al Holmes. Still a chance for Clarence. And it's Baxter Norton who's tackled right in front of goal. In fact, it was young Murrell. Up it goes. Pfeiffer in the ruck contest. Gets out towards Riley. Ball says the crowd. It gets a sort of a kick away. Scrambly play here in the back pocket for Launceston. Another ball up.
Really need something in this first 10 minutes, don't they? 2 or 3 goals for Launceston to give themselves any chance whatsoever.
Holmes, Ryan Ship, bicycle kick over his head. Does well and finds Dylan Riley at half-back. They spread quickly for him. His kick's not great. It's going to be a contested ball. And that contest is won by Ollie Preshaw. Handball off here to Green. Low worm burner. Somehow it gets to Noah Holmes. Sideways kick. Bouncing ball. Jack Preshaw over the top. Getting around is Murrell. Right foot snap to the goal square. Allones! No, can't take it. Has a recovery. Bryce Allones, he kicks into the head of Baxter Norton. Comedy of errors. Still a chance here. Comes back to Nick Bealey. He launches from 40 to the goal square. Allones flies again, but the Launceston defence through Pfeiffer thump it through for a behind. Take a breath.
They probably had 6 or 7 pretty silly mistakes there, and they still managed to keep it in there and score.
Full-time Old Scholars coming up in a minute at the next break here. Through comes Bailey Gillow, tackled from behind, release the handball to Conor McCormack, has support from Atkins. His only option is to go wide to Canny, heavily disguised as Isaac Hyatt, who sees it out of bounds.
Don't have a final score, Dave, but she's all over. Yes, I do. 77 to 51. 11-11-77 Old Scotch, defeating St Pat's in Division 1 grand final there, 7-9-51.
To another Old Scholars game, St Virgil's 22-17-149, defeated Uni 7-6-48. So congratulations to Jay Bowden and the team there, winning the Old Scholars Premiership, and congratulations to Old Scotch in the north. As Jones now handballs to Gillow, to Foley, who just goes straight back into a tackle. Ball up. Bo Downham, what do you got for us on the boundary there?
Yeah, again, looks like Tyrrell's off again. He's going through some run-throughs at the minute. He's looking pretty sore, so I'm not quite sure if we'll see him again. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, just sat down, hands behind his head. He's not looking in great shape. So we've got a ball up on the centre wing. Right in front of the Spirit of Tasmania. Billboard over there. Groups inside 50s this quarter.
2 each.
2 each, so not much action inside attacking 50s in the first 5 minutes of the last quarter. Gillow dances around. Kick might have been semi-smothered. Tries to find Presnell. Foley now, spun in the tackle. Gee, their pressure's been good all day, Clarence. They've tackled hard. Ollie Preshaw slams it towards the wing. Campbell Atkins, smart tap to Conor McCormack, who's dispossessed. Now William Bush has got it. His handball over the top to Paprotny. Another handball, Murrell. Little kick over the top to Allones, who started it well for Clarence today. And he might finish it here with the final sealing goal in this contest. He's just 20 out, 45-degree angle. He kicked 3 in that first quarter. Bryce Allones, no easy shots today with this breeze. Let's see what he can do. He kicks the goal. He kicks the goal as Bryce Allones. And Clarence move out to 8-11-59, leading Launceston 2-3-15. And I can't see them coming back from here, the Blues, Max Walker.
Nah, certainly going to be very, very difficult for them, Dave. We're close to 10 minutes, I think, in this last quarter now. And
was that tackling pressure at half-back again? That sort of set that up, wasn't it? They pressured and pressured and pressured Launceston around the contest, and they made the break themselves.
Yeah, it's just the hunting pack mentality of them today. They're like bush dogs, where they're just going in for the kill every opportunity they get. They just haven't let Launceston have any easy possessions at all.
47 points the margin at Twin Oval, so it's trending towards a North Launceston Clarence prelim final next week. And we know North Launceston have had a good season, but on this performance by Clarence and last week's, it's no lay down misère for the Bombers next week.
No, it certainly isn't. Clarence will be right on top in confidence. And
Norton kicks it inside 50. Sorry, Max. Another chance here. Campbell Atkins has got it though. He's tackled from behind. Ball, says the vocal crowd. Falls to Lenny Faulkner. Dashes away. Gets pushed from behind with the kick. No free kick. Chance now for Clarence. Ada Borsboom. Off hands to Green. 45 kicks good to Murrell. Murrell has the lead of Alholmes, overcooks the kick, bounces towards the goal square, won't get the distance. Pfeiffer gets back there. He's got support from Connor McCormack. Oh dear. How does the umpire read that one?
Yes. Had to be.
Deliberate.
Had to be.
Didn't disguise it.
Well, there was two blokes around him, both Launceston, and he decided to walk it over the boundary line.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's Ryan Borsboom with the ball. We'll see.
No.
Snaps. Misses.
Liam Howard, isn't it?
No, it might be Kieran Howard, actually. Now I'm looking at it. Yes, the number 12 on the Guernsey. So he missed the goal. One behind. 8-12-60, 2-3-15. Over the back, taken by Jake Hines. Now, can they move it quickly? We've got players streaming forward with no real target at the moment, so he has to hold it up. Now he goes short here to Avery Thomas, the youngster. Squares it up to Liam Jones, who can run forward and kick a goal from 48. Here he goes, Liam Jones for Launceston's first of the quarter. Just falls short off hands and through for one behind. 2-5-17. Sorry, 2-4-16, 8-12-60. Jared Harper, veteran for Clarence, great player over the distance. Little kick, finds Green okay. Green goes towards teammate on the wing, picked up there by Howlett. Kicks towards half forward. Coming out to meet it though is Josh Gillow. To Connor McCormack, now to Bailey Gillow. Chance to build here through Avery Thomas. He kicks long, inside attacking 50. No tall marking targets once again though for the Blues. Easy taken by James Bealey. Sideways now to Borsboom. Over the top to Baker Smith. Really valuable inclusion into this team. Tries to find his teammate there in Noah Holmes, but that's good work from behind Seth Pfeiffer. He hasn't been the worst today, Max. He's done pretty well back there. He's had a lot to do.
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth, Dave. I was about to say that he certainly hasn't been their worst. Had a big job playing probably only his second or third year of footy, really, and holding down a key position, whether it be in the back line or having a run in the ruck. So he's progressing really well and done well today.
Deegan Madden with the tap out here towards Jones, who's tackled by Harper. Slung over the boundary line, a little bit of afters. So I think Bo might have something for us on the boundary. What do you got, mate? Bo, are you there? All right. Sorry, Bo, I'll turn your microphone on. Go again.
That's all right, Dave. Looks like Tyril's dumped today. He's just elevated that looks like it's the right leg there, so I'd assume he's done.
Okay, Ryan Tyrrell out of the game. Thanks, Bo. Jared Harper to the goal square. Alholmes doesn't fly. Norton stays down, tackled straight away. And it'll be a ball up. 20 metres out from Clarence's goal. It's the one goal kick this quarter in 11 and a quarter minutes.
Well, the sting's gone out of the game, Dave.
Yep. Keegan Ryan takes it. He's chicken winged. It's all about preservation a bit now for Clarence and just getting into next week.
Yeah, they'll keep the rotations up now, just try and get a bit of freshness in keep a bit of freshness still in their legs and try not to overdo it. You still want to keep that scoreboard pressure on because that, from a mental side of the game, is really important, especially coming up against who it looks like North Launceston next week.
Long kick, Baker Smith. Couldn't take the mark. Gillow now to Foley, who does well to get through traffic. Handball backwards to Jaden Hines. Chisels it up the wing and finds Canny. So a good little passage there for the Blues. Canny will be invited to play on any moment now. Spots up Jamison House. Kicks in the Riley direction. Hines is there too. Neither can take it. Big thump from behind by Baker Smith. Now he gets it, Baker Smith. Kicks up here the wing. Looking for Murrell, the youngster. Jumping Jack Murrell. Takes the mark there. Young Tommy Murrell. Off down to Norton, who finds Alholmes. Great footy by Clarence. Starting with that little fly there from Tom Murrell, who's been busy inside attacking 50 all day. He found the outlet there in Norton and eventually ends up with Alholmes, who's kicked 4 today.
And again, just a precise ball movement, wasn't it? Like from here into the middle, leading Al Holmes, and he wrapped them up in his mitts, and now he's going for goal number 5.
So he's about 40 out against the boundary. Fades away in the breeze. Ollie Preshaw's there, and so is Noah Holmes, who takes the mark. And he's only about 10 out, tough angle, but he's on the right side for the right footer. That makes sense. Noah Holmes, who's been really good today. He's had a really versatile role in this team. Most notable in the past as just a key forward, really. But he's been everywhere today. Fine game from Noah Holmes. Noah Holmes has kicked it. Goal to Clarence. 9-12-66. Launceston 2-4-16. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. And gee, they've just got the marking targets up there without Garland today. We haven't mentioned that a lot, Max. And if he's fit for next week, they can have a really potent forward line. Yeah, they certainly will, Dave. And with someone like Colin Garland, he doesn't have to leave the square a great deal anymore either with the skill that he has. And if he's fit for next week and they can deliver the ball the way have today into the forwards, another really good scoring opportunity for them. Bo Downham.
Yeah, James Holmes is on ice for the day. He's got it on that left knee and on the quad as well. Okay, so a bit of an injury concern there, so best to leave him at it for the rest of this game now that it's done and won here at Blundstone Arena. Deegan Madden with a high kick up here looking for Riley. But he's worried out of it by Harry Fisher and Baker Smith. Tell you what, he's had a really good game back there. Gets it to Borsboom, now to Liam Howard. Gets a favourable bounce. On now to Sammy Green. Kicks towards half forward. A nice extension of the arms there by Ollie Preshaw. Takes the mark. Ollie Preshaw, low kick. Not a great percentage option. It's just pulled out of bounds, it does now. Just an interesting little movement in the AFL. The Giants got it to 7 goals up, but I think Clarence St Kilda have kicked the last 3 goals there of second quarter, and they still trail by 24 points, 23 points at half-time. So maybe a bit of footy still to play in that one. And it's 48-point lead to the Tigers at the Twin Ovals. 16 minutes gone here. It's Clarence now by 50 points, game high. It's on the far side of Blundstone Arena. It's a mark here to Clarence. Strong mark too to Baker Smith.
You made the call a moment ago, Dave, about Baker Smith. He's been very consistent over 4 quarters today.
Kicks close to the boundary line to Tom Murrell. Can't quite pick it up. And it's calls for pushing the back there on Jared Harper, but it's out of bounds.
Just whilst we've got a stoppage, Dave, full time in the STFL. Cygnet 18-21-28 have defeated Dodgers Ferry 3-6-24. So in the words of their president, a massive battle of the Huon next week. So thanks to Dave O'Byrne or Obi sending those scores throughout the course of the day. We appreciate that, Obi, so we get the opportunity to report not just on TSL. We try and do what we can all around all the leagues.
Here's Colin McCormack now. It's caught with it. Proprotny, centering kick, chance here. Ollie Preshaw can't quite take the mark. Off the hands. Taken there by Bush. Snap on goal. Offline, Matt Gaben. So I knew he was going to do that today. That's young Max Gapen there, the number 13.
They're just lining up now, aren't they, Clarence, to have shots on goal.
9-13-67, 2-4-16. Josh Gillow, long kick to the wing, but Keegan Wiley's there. He's tackled well, though, by House. He probably took on the tackle there, he did. Well tackled, Jamison House. 17 minutes gone, so probably another 10 minutes based on the previous quarters of play here at Blundstone Arena. Kick comes over with Deegan Madden. He's tackled by Proprotny in the fading sunshine here on the home of the Roos. It's their last game in this ground for the season. They'll be up to Utah Stadium next week to take on the Bombers, who trail by 7 goals at the moment to the Tigers. Out now to Jake Hines. He tries to get himself through a couple of tackles. Eventually it spills out. Jared Harper thumps it on. Isaac Hyatt trailing it, picks it up. Goes left, goes right, goes left again. Centering kicks, an ambitious one. Keegan Ryan should have taken a mark. Now it comes back to Ballsboom. Short kick. Jack Preshaw. Back to Max Gapin. Little kick is well read. Beautifully read there by Ryan Shipp. He gets the fist out towards Foley, who's taken in the tackle. And there'll be a ball up. 35 out from Clarence's goal. They lead by 51. Umpires done a pretty good job today here. Umpires Bannister, Stevenson and Percy. Snap for goal. It was out of bounds on the full. The leading free kick for the Blues.
10 inside 50s to 6 this quarter, Clarence's way. Launceston winning the clearances this quarter, They've got 8 to Clarence's 5.
Done that pretty well in that stat all day, but just haven't had anything effective out of them. It was a max. It's maybe a scrappy kick forward or something like that, but they haven't really been able to manufacture much from those clearances.
They haven't. The hit-outs have certainly been well in favour of Clarence and the Grooves, but...
Green and Holmes been pretty big in that stat. Yep. Baker Smith now with a chance. Pump it back in. Al Holmes sets himself. Almost gets his hands to it. Launceston player taken there, holding the ball.
You can't beat the first tackle and try and continue after that. You must get rid of it straight away.
Young Lenny Faulkner it was, the tackler. Is his fellow youngster in Max Gapin.
Hasn't made too many mistakes today, Lenny Faulkner. Good. He's, if you were marking them out of 10 for effort, you'd give him 11.
Young Max Gapin misses his moment in the sun because he has to hand it over to Jack Preshaw. He's second, one of the best on the ground today. Had a great season. He's 15 out, slight angle. Kicks the goal for Clarence, does Jack Preshaw. And that's their 10th. They're really piling them on in this last quarter now. 10-13-73, 2-4-16, 2 goals to Jack Preshaw.
Yep, one in the third and that one then in the last, Dave. So
he's a real classic, to use the common terminology, inside midfielder, isn't he, Jack Preshaw?
Yeah.
He's just tackles hard, distributes the ball.
And he bobs up all over the ground as well. You can't just rely on him, or you don't just rely on him being, in and under forward. He's, smashes it when he's round on the forward line and really works hard to get back and help his defenders as well.
In a time on now, 20 and a half minutes gone. Listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5 and via the TSL live stream. Temperature drops another degree here. A bit chilly, but we're enjoying bringing the action. Harper's handball goes straight to Hines. Sideways kick finds Jordan Cow. Cow kicks to the pocket looking for the lead of Riley. Thumped away from him by Baker Smith. Falls over to Jamison House. Sideways kick. It's going to work out all right here to Jordan Cow, who's debuted this season for Launceston. Been a handy player up forward. Spent a long apprenticeship in the D-League. Come up through the ranks at Launceston. He's 40 out. Umpires sets his mark again. Kicked 2 goals in the second quarter. Launceston goalless in the other 3 stanzas. Jordan Cow, the third goal for Launceston, is offline. 2-5-17. Clarence 10-13-73. 23 scoring shots to 7. Tells the story.
Tells a very interesting story for next week, though.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a cracker there at Utah Stadium. Keegan Wiley, great kick, finds Jack Preshaw, cruises away. Now to Harper, he's got players running for him. It's Baxter Norton, kicks to half forward. Chance here. Howlett now to Whitelaw. Whitelaw off a step. Up towards Norton. Baxter Norton takes the mark at the second grab. He's drifted forward in this last quarter, and he'll cap off another fine game. He's going to vote very well in the Alistair Lynch medal that's coming up in a couple of weeks. There's Baxter Norton.
You vote on that too, Dave? Team of the year?
No comment.
Alice's,
no comment. The panel was anonymous.
Oh, was it?
Oh, sorry, yes. Baxter Norton right in front. 20 out. Kicks the goal for Clarence to Baxter Norton to top off a fine game. 11-13, 79. Launceston 2-5-17. And you've been in finals, Max, where you get in this situation. It's very hard, isn't it, in that last quarter for the Blues. But I'll tell you what, Clarence have not relaxed in this last quarter.
No, they certainly haven't. What have they kicked now? 4 goals.
4 goals, yep. In a low-scoring game.
In a very low-scoring game. So, 4 in the first and 4 in the last has been a good way to start. Great way.
It's the tail of the tape, really.
Yep, it has been. And, they just haven't taken their foot off the pedal at all. They've still got plenty of run in them. They're up and about. You can see the enthusiasm. So Peter Ryan's got them going really, really well at the right end of the season.
Tap out from Green. Well read, though, by Jake Hines. He couldn't take it with him. Bailey Gillows tackled with one arm. One arm by 2 players. One had one arm, one had the other.
And that just shows what Clarence are doing as well. Like, they're still prepared to tackle at the 24-minute mark of the last quarter. They're still prepared to put their body on the line.
Green with the tap to space. Isaac Hyde gathers. And ball's back now to Bailey Gillow. This way, that away. Touches the ball on the ground. Gets space skillfully. Up here towards Canny. Up against 2 Clarence players. Little handball from Canny. Liam Howard. Releases. A lot of players around the contest. Launceston player down. Close to
Liam Canny holding
tackle.
his ankle.
Yep, I can see that. Left ankle being held. It's not in a great way. He's going to hobble off the ground. Assisted by a couple of trainers. So just one of those days for the Blues. And now compounded by some injury concerns. It's going to come through the interchange, but not sure that's needed at this point in time. Jack O'Neill back on the arena. Ball up, Green wins the tap. Jack Preshaw over the top. Looking for Bush. Keegan Wiley to Harper, who's been pretty good today. The skipper. Off hands. Foley thrown to the ground.
And again, just that hard tackling, that one by Howlett. Just could have easily just held him up, but just wanted to keep doing what they've been doing all day.
Jones might have got one high there from Preshaw, but it's going to be another stoppage. 25 and a half minutes gone. We're in the dying minutes of the Blues season here. They've done well this year. But it's Clarence proceeding on now to the preliminary final. Hitting good form at the right time in the season. Big win last week against the Tigers. And now a big win by 62 points in the prelim final. And they'll move on now to take on, we presume, North Launceston. Well, it's not over yet at Twin Ovals. They trail by 37 points, the Bombers. So we presume that will be the fixture next week. Players shake hands. And very impressive performance by the Clarence Footy Club, Max.
Yeah, it certainly has been, Dave. It was a consistent 4-quarter effort by 22 players today. And, it's really, really difficult to find any of their players that didn't contribute
something at some stage. Yeah.
Whether it be the run and carry, the tackles, you name it, they were all there to help each other today. And it was a real Launceston-like effort by Clarence from what we've known of Launceston the last couple of years.
Bo Downham was with Jared Harper.
We sure are, guys. Jared Harper, the skipper of the Roos. Jared, prelim next week. It looks like it's going to be North Launceston. What's your thoughts on that first up?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take anyone anywhere at the minute. I think the last few weeks our form's definitely been building. Had a good effort against Kingston last week. Ryan today was no different, build off pressure. We'll do the same again next week, and so there we go.
So it was a pretty different start of the year, I guess. It was a few inaccurate games, I guess. How do you guys improve on that and then ultimately get to a prelim this year?
I just got to stick fat. It's been a tough year for us. It's been publicised, the amount of injuries. I think we've had 48 players play senior footy this year, so it's been tough at times, but we've stuck fat and here we are into a prelim.
And of course, how's the captaincy been for you, first off?
It's been harder this year. I come into the pre-season with a bit of injury, so I couldn't do as much training, so I found that a bit different, but I'm still learning. It was a different learning curve, but glad to be back out playing footy with the boys.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Bo Downham there with Jared Harper. Very happy skipper and pretty exhausted skipper too, I think, at the end of the game. But the players shook hands there. It's great to see. And see James Holmes having a chat to Sam Foley. Well, these players know each other from junior footy, and I'm sure they will see each other well, whatever happens next.
Yeah, they certainly will, and played a lot of, because of the nature of our comp, you're playing against each other every 5 or 6 weeks, so you get to know them personally, you get to know their strengths, you get to know what you can do to get on top of them, and it creates some really fierce competition, whether it be club by club or just individual by individual, because when you line up on the same bloke every 5 or 6 weeks, and if you got a toweling a month ago, all you want to do is get a win this time against him. So it really gives a good vibe across the whole competition for them to be able to do that.
Glad you wrote down the final score, Max, because it's disappeared off the scoreboard.
11-13-79, Clarence defeating Launceston 2-5-17.
Okay, we've got a few things to wrap up here. First of all, the team stats, Dave Gruber, who's got his hand warmers there that have been very useful today, keeping that pen, writing those stats. Grooves, what do you got for us?
Well, Sam Green had a good day out today and helped Clarence win the hit-outs pretty convincingly. They had 56 to Launceston's 33. Clearances, 37 for Clarence, 28 for Launceston. Inside 50s, Clarence on top there, 43 to Launceston's 32. Marks inside 50, really dominant performance here by Clarence, 15 to Launceston's 4. Had 3 in the last quarter, did Launceston. Intercept marks, 5 for Launceston, but 19 taken by Clarence, and a lot of those in defensive 50, so real good effort there. And free kicks, Clarence had 25 to Launceston 21.
Thanks, Dave Gruber. Great effort there. Gee, that's once again those intercept marks, 19 to 5, and those marks inside 50, 15 to